Gang, Colin here, Festa 67's workshop, and yeah, welcome to Warhammer Sunday on Model Making Guru's channel, and he may be joining us in a bit. But in the meantime, let's do a bit of the old blurb. You can support Fox, the Model Making Guru, because this is his livelihood. You can support him over on patreon.com Model Making Guru. You can join his channel on youtube.com Model Making Guru, and you can also use the super chat if you just want to be super friendly and super nice and get all the Fox hugs even in the world. So there's a bit of pimpage done. Can you let me know in the chat that you're hearing and seeing everything okay, and give me a little reminder, because I haven't got YouTube open because I'm doing this on slobs. I want to make sure that everything's going out as it should. So if you can just type in the chat, audio and video okay, I'll be an happy bunny. Right, what am I going to be doing? There is a new Warhammer build. Yeah, I know I'm not down the Warhammer hole, but we're going to be putting together this little battle wagon, folks. Let's just move my camera out so you can see it. We're going to be putting that together today. Make a start on it. Mac, thank you very much, mate. Says it's all good. Brilliant, mate. I'm an happy bunny now. But yeah, this piece was a result of a conversation that lasted just under 5 minutes with Fox on Messenger. And it ended up me buying this Warhammer battle wagon. I only asked him how his mum was, and he replied by saying, you need to go and buy this now. So I did. So yeah, a nice interesting little thing there, going to go together. So I've been looking forward to this one, and it gives us something different to do on the Sunday stream. Who have we got in the chat? Because I've got the chat now on a little printed frame. Yes, I 3D printed myself this little gadget. You'll love this. See that? That's my monitor and webcam that I normally look at. Look at that. Slide it in and just slide it out, and I've got the chat right in front of me. Happy days, isn't it? Yeah, Festa done good. So yeah, this looks like a bit of a beast of a kit. Let's get all the goodies out, just so that I can make cooing noises. So we've got some decals, and we've got the all-important attempt at an instruction book. So let's bung that over there. And but yeah, look, spruage time. Oh, look at that lot. Oh, you want to touch them, don't you? Look. Oh. Yeah, super hyper detail on that. And I was looking at these. Oh, brilliant, isn't it? Have great fun painting this lot up. So yeah, I'm gonna be building this over, he says, over a few weeks. I'm gonna try and slow down a little bit and just, yeah, spend a bit more time on clean up and everything. And there's all the plough, cranes and boom arms, and there's a couple of figures there to go on there. So there's loads to do. So that's what I'm going to be putting together. Some rather cute decals as well, with all of the checkerboards and different bits and bobs on them. Hold them up the right way, Cole, so the viewer can see them. want them, you want them. And also the destructions of what we're going to be building. So yeah, quite an interesting piece. Let's have a look at who is in the chat. We have got, first in was William Rayborn saying hello again. Hope it's all well with you today. Yeah, it is, William. I am feeling a hell of a lot better than I did this time last week, mate. Some wonderful friends out there have kept me going, and you know, me demons got me and all of that lot. But I reached out to Mind, who's a mental health charity, and they gave me a bit of support and seen me GP and changed me meds, and hopefully things will improve. I won't ever get rid of the demons, but I'm trying to cope with them a bit better. So thank you all for that. EC Idaho says hi, dropping by to say hi. Hello EC, I hope you're doing all right. Thumb up of goodness. Mac is here. Hello once more. The bachelor life is really good. I'm lucky. I mean, my wife, when I had to take retirement due to the MS, she knew it was coming. And this used to be the utility room. And when we extended the back of the house out, she said, well, set that room up as a hobby room and you can do what you like in there. And this is how this was all created. And it has been the lifeblood of what would be a tortuous retirement, because I'm only 54 and it drives me nuts not going out to work. But yeah. But I try. Panzer Koenig's in saying afternoon, or hello Panzer, how you doing, mate? And wavy fingers. Max says all good, making models loud and clear. Edward Leonard is in saying morning Colin and chat. Good morning Edward. Hope you're doing all right and hope that your squishies are doing okay. Not as good as Fox does it, but I try. Dan Kramer's in. Hello, Dan. How you doing, mate? And he's saying, Orky goodness with our favourite Colin. It's a good way to start my day. Oh, thank you, Dan. That means a lot, mate. Thank you. Very glad. Graham Island's in with an H. Says, hi, bud. I hope you're doing well now. Yes, mate. You know, a little bit of a waiver. It's, dare I say it, mate, I'm taking it day by day. I have a major surgery coming up at the end of the month. And that got into my head a little bit because I know the risks I'm taking having this surgery. It is stressful because it's not just stressful for me, it's stressful for my wife and my eldest son that still live here. And it gets on top of you every now and then, you know, so I'm nervous about the operation, I'll be brutally honest, because it is a major spine surgery and pelvis surgery. So Goliath has to be excised from my torso, and yeah, it's scary stuff, but I'll be back. Make Models 54, he says, you don't look a day over 63. Cheers, mate, much appreciated. I think it's the beard, mate. I was going to shave it off recently, but the wife told me that she would kill me. William Rayborn says hi to Edward. So do we. And Edward Leonard says, Colin, I didn't explain that the magnetic metal Biku plates are for resin printers. Oh, are they? Oh, okay, yeah, I'm very interested now. Sorry, mate, I thought you meant that you was clamping them down on filament printers, because I got me Anycubic that's got the filament ultra base glass bed, but this goes up on the resin printer. How does it do for weight though? Because I do some quite large sections of figures and things like that. Do they hold a lot of weight? Let me know. Max says hi to Edward and Dan. Edward Leonard saying hi to William. Panzer says hi to Making Models. Hi, Making Models. Panzer Koenig says hi to Mac. Oh, whilst you're in, Carl, I think I messaged you yesterday. I might have done. We do the Saturday live show for Patreon. It's in no way meant to clash with you guys and Jakresh, hence why we do it on Patreon only, mate. I just wanted to clarify that we're not out to clash with anyone or anything like that. It's just something that our patrons have asked us to look into, and it's our way of giving something back to them along with the 24/7 hangout, mate. So I just wanted to reiterate that we're not trying to steal people off of the crash. It's just our way of saying hugs, thank you to the patrons and all of that lot. Ah, da 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 da. Panzer says hi there, Edward. Squishy hugs. Carl says tempted to shave mine as well, but big hugs, Colin. You can do this, bud. Absolutely, mate. Panzer's saying hi to Dan, Graham, and Dino. Panzer's giving out Festa hugs, and Edward saying hi, Carl. Yeah, Carl, you know what it's like, mate. We all battle silly things, don't we? And we all get ourselves into tizzlers and look for things to be wrong that perhaps aren't actually there. And that's my nemesis at the moment. You know, 2 and 2 makes 120 to me. You know, I read between the lines of a message or a written message, and I think, oh, what does that mean? And it starts playing on your mind then. And it ain't good. So let's just grab some of these sprues and have a look at what we're going to be up to. Going to be trackage, I think, and wheelage. I think we'll have a look at. Let's grab those, and those. Let's get the instructions over there for a minute. Sorry, Bruce. Don't need the decals. And we want some extra fin. Them out of there. Actually, I'll put that in the drawer just next to me. There you go. It's better. Because then I can use that. Oh, let's grab me nippers of goodness. Barry Watson's in saying hi. Hello, Barry. Hope you're doing all right, mate. Hope you're having a nice Sunday. Carl saying, oh, every day it's friends and the hobby that get us through. It is, Carl. I know I'm a big gore blimey old Festa, but I get a bit blubby every now and then when true friends reach out and show you such wonderful support. And it is immensely humbling. It really is. And I'm an advocate for mental health. I'm firmly into it because I struggle myself, but I'm very open about it. And I know of so many people in this community that are hiding or shielding their mental health demons because they feel they'll be stigmatized. And I'm desperately trying to take that away, that stigmatization, because, you know, it is a part of us. And if me talking about it can help others, then I will continue to do so. But yeah, it's a struggle every day. But again, like Carl says, we've got great friends in this community and we do support each other. We're not just saying it to say it, we do support each other. The Panzer says, and Festa hugs. Edward Lender says, hi, Carl. Dan Kramer says, Goliath has nothing on you, Carl. You're a tough enough bloke who's going to be fine on the other end of this. Yeah, Goliath is a benign tumour that I have had in my lower spine and sacral bone for a number of years. And it developed as part of a motorcycle injury of tissue, ligament, lesions, whatever you want to call it. But it's got its own blood supply apparently, and I don't understand all of this, but it's grown and migrated into the area where the nerves come out and things, and is causing issues. So it's got to go. It's become such a problem that I can't avoid the surgery now. There's the guru himself. Hello, mate.
Hello, ladies. Hey, kids.
Welcome to your own channel.
Yes.
I'm going to rearrange StreamYard to the correct position because it is your channel, so the host always goes on the left.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, welcome to your live stream, Fox. How are you doing?
This is your stream. Hello. Yes, I've been able to make it this week, so welcome everybody. Hello.
Absolutely.
Hugs to everybody in the world.
I've done a bit of pimpage for your patron and that, but feel free to do it in your own imitable style, mate, because you're far better at pimpage.
Give me your money. Give me your money. That's my pimping. Give us your money.
Yeah, proper Geldof.
Oh, yeah, that's right. As you can tell, Bob Geldof was Welsh. Yes, I'm Welsh.
Absolutely. Graham Highland saying hi to Panzer and Chatland. Edward Lenner says hi to Fox. Panzer Koenig is saying hi to Barry. You're getting Fox hugs off of Panzer. Another hi Fox from Graham. And Dan Kramer says, and it's a duo cast. Huzzah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Are we being joined by Dad today, or is Dad tied up busy?
He's got his router's been playing up. It keeps
That's right,
overheating.
His
He was
router
in the
exploded,
brunch
didn't it?
earlier on, but it's popped on him again, so he's had to cut all the power off. And many swearages may be getting had.
His box has popped, has it?
Yeah, so
Let's have some more
he
light
said if
on
it
the
comes
situation.
back up, he'll try and join, but he can't guarantee it. So
Nah.
yeah, there's no
Well,
point
big hugs to
stressing
Dad.
over it.
Do I look and sound okay, by the way? Am I adequately?
Yeah, you look to sound okay. A tiny wincy bit quiet, but that might be me.
I did change a setting on the microphone. Let me turn automatically adjust volume back up again.
Yeah.
Back on again. Is that better? Am I better?
Yeah, what do you think in chat? Is Fox a bit quieter because
Am I a bit quieter? Am I too loud? Or how do I sound?
so? Yeah, what are you building,
Yeah,
mate?
you know what I'm building.
I know.
You know what I'm building. I'm still building 458 Death Guard dudes from the Combat Patrol.
Do you want to break the great news to the viewers that may not have tuned into the frolic or last night's patrons only stream was patrons only, but do you want to tell them how impressive you've been with your building skills?
I was thinking then, what the hell are you talking about? Yes, last night on a stream with Colin and Dad and other people and Dave, I built 3 dudes.
Yeah.
But
3.
not only, but also on Friday, I built 3 dudes. So I got some pressure on me today to build at least 3 dudes.
I was going to say, we want the old Fox back because, you know, I've known him to do 4 hours and do an arm.
Yeah, 4 hours per arm. Yes. So yes, I'm still working through the Combat Patrol. For those that know,
Yeah.
Cy Reynolds sent me all the Death Guard dudes from the Indomitus box set, I think.
Yeah.
So I spent a while. That's what most of those are. Plus a load of Poxwalkers that I've been sent over the last couple of years anyway.
Yeah.
So I built tons and tons of stuff. And then Mama Foxx, as a gift, unknown to me, bought me the Combat Patrol for Death Guard, which was kind of handy seeing as I've got 1,000 Death Guard anyway.
Yeah.
So it's kind of relevant. So yeah, so I'm working my way through this Death Guard Combat Patrol, but it's been dragged out over the last couple of months because of all the obvious stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm slowly working my way through. But you, young lady,
Yeah.
you're doing newness.
I am.
I can't put you on full screen because I've not got the buttons, but
I am doing the Orc Battle Wagon, mate.
Battle Wagon, look at that.
Yeah, who's responsible for me buying this?
I have no idea how that happened. No idea at all.
Yes,
No
I sent
idea
him
who was
a,
involved in that nonsense.
I sent him a message asking how mum was, and it cost me 35 quid for a battle wagon.
Yeah, that seems about right. That's about the going rate. I'm just
But I
gonna adjust
resisted well, I think.
my brightness a little bit, my gain, I think.
I think I know why he did it as well. I think you was at the hospital and you needed to get a taxi home, so you wanted me to do it through your Goblin Gaming. Yeah, I know what you're up to.
Well, no, it wasn't so much that. It's just that maybe I was in a low mood, and what always cheers me up is when other people spend money. So,
Yeah, normally me.
yeah. So it's vicariously buying myself an Orc Battle Wagon without actually buying an Orc Battle Wagon.
Having looked through the box, though, it is a very sexy little thing.
Well, the reason I recommended it to you was it's enormous and it's like 32 pence to buy it.
Yeah.
It's not really 32p, but it's like 35 quid.
35 quid, yeah.
But it's like 35 quid, but this is the quirk of Warhammer, is that a little tiny thing can cost you 40 quid, but a massive great truck can cost you 35.
Yeah.
Because of the points value. So I knew for Cole it would be like, it's not expensive and you'll get so much out of it, even if you don't mod it. Because it looks like you've had your hands on it already, but you haven't.
Oh, yeah. Me, mod things, what are you trying to say?
Yeah. Well, straight out of the box, it looks like you've had a go at it. That's why I thought you'd like it, you see.
It is going to be modified, yeah.
Yeah. But just remember, go slowly.
I am.
Make the most.
I am.
You finished it already, haven't you?
No. I can't believe it.
Another
That bloody ball tank, the whole inner frame and everything's all built, glued together and everything. Really?
Yeah. You need to lose the ability to talk and build at the same time, because you're just kind of going, talking, finished.
Yeah, it is. I just multitask. It's because the way I film, isn't it? We was on about this after the show last night. I'm so used to just sitting there and yattering to myself whilst I'm building that.
I could glue this giant Death Guard commissar together that
Yeah.
Paul. I think,
Well, I
sent
was
me.
on Goblin this morning.
Oh yes, how much have
and
I mean, how much have you spent?
I were yeah, I was looking at different bits and bobs. You know, the trike, the different like squigs. Is it squiz snazwagon and that?
There's the boom decker snaz wagon is the good one.
Yeah, pretty much everything I went for was stock coming soon. So I've got 4 items in my wish list that are stock coming soon. So
Well, you know why? It's because the Kill Team set's just come out. That's Orcs and Death Guard. So there's probably a bit of a run on Orc stuff at the minute. Because people will buy the new Orc Commandos and then add it to all the other Orc stuff.
yeah,
So Orcs is the new hotness at the minute.
it is. Orcs, because it's a
Dad,
thing,
Dad's in
innit?
chat. Dad's in chat. He says, "Afternoon, you pair. Good to see you, Fox hugs. Big dad hugs."
Hello, Dad. You all right, mate? Don't fret over the router, mate. Just chillax.
That was a text from Dad saying, "I said hi in chat, oi." Just as I saw your comment. Hi, Dad. Big hugs.
Oh, bless you.
Hope your box stops hurting. Wait, that doesn't sound good, does it?
Yeah, that sounded really bad.
Yes. Well, I can confirm today I'm doing coffee. I'm going back to a tradition. I've got coffee, but it's not a big
good,
coffee.
man.
But it is in my official Time Team mug.
Oh, good for you.
Official from Time Team themselves. It's hand molded by Tony Robinson's employee.
Oh, good, man.
Yeah.
On me phone closer. There you go.
So anyway, yes. So hello everybody. Apologies that I haven't been around for the last few months. It'll probably continue to be that way for the next few months, but I will do my best as time goes by to get time to come onto the live streams.
Yeah.
I've joined Colin on the Friday one this week, and I hung out on his Patreon one yesterday. And I will, as time goes on, try and get in where I can. But obviously with Mama Foxx, she's still in hospital at the minute, which is how I can do this today. But obviously once she comes home, it's going to be more difficult for me to do stuff. So I do really, really massively appreciate Colin for taking charge of this Warhammer Sunday stream over the last few weeks. I really, really appreciate it. Big hugs to you, dude.
That's all right, mate. It's just, like me, this is your income, mate. This is your thing. And, your stats and that are important to keep things going. And it's just the right thing to do, isn't it? You know what I mean?
But the thing is, it's like I've said before, though. This used to be my stream, but now it's our stream. So if one of us isn't here, the other one is just one of us doing it on our own. If I'm not here, Colin can do it. If Colin's not here, I'll still do it. So it's our stream now. It's our stream.
Absolutely.
We want to be together.
There might be a tie over at the end of the month where there might not be one because I'm getting my tumour removed, at the end of the month.
Yeah.
So we might have a couple of weekends where perhaps this stream isn't on this channel, but as soon as I'm able to, I'll come back.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yes, apologies for my absence. I am obviously doing whatever filming and stuff I can do. I am trying to do. It's not been a lot. The thing that's been easiest for me to work on with Mama Foxx when she was at home was doing part work stuff because I can film in little bits.
Yeah.
So you've seen a few part work videos. There'll be more part work videos coming up. I'm just waiting on some replacement parts for the Dodge, so there might be some more Iron Man. And there is something I need to film free models that I've received.
It's come now, is it?
Yeah, I've had that for about a week now, 2 weeks. But I don't know when I'm going to get a chance to film it because filming a proper build's a big drawn-out thing. And if I'm looking after Mama Foxx, I can't really commit to that. So yeah. So anyway, I will be doing as many live streams things as I can. So I do appreciate big, massive thank you to you, Cole, for doing this, but also to everybody out there watching who's carried on watching. Love it. Thank you to everyone for all your support over the last few months. Please continue to watch my stuff.
It's my pleasure, mate.
Yeah. Now I have
What
to say,
mates do, mate.
I hate to say this. It riles me to say this because it's against every instinct. But the GoFundMe that Cy Reynolds and Dad set up for me to help me out while I'm not doing content, it is actually still active. So if anyone would like to help out, if you're in the Boom Hut, there's a post and an attached post at the top, an announcement post at the top of the Boom Hut, where you can put into a GoFundMe that I didn't set up. Cy Reynolds and Dad did to help me out while I'm not making content. You don't have to. Completely optional. But if you'd like to help out, you can do there. So big thank you.
Absolutely.
It's really helped. It's really, really helped. Anyway, enough pimpage. That's nonsense. Stop asking.
Yeah, but you was humbled, bless you, and it's right.
I was.
We
There
look
was
after
blubbing.
our own.
There was blubbing. I'm not too big and hairy-arsed enough to deny that there was blubbing. Not admit. I'll start again. You know what I mean. There was blubbing. Anyway, yes, so welcome to everybody. Yay, Fox has the caffeine, says Dad. Yeah, oh yes. Dad, how come Fox gets oi and I get git, says Panzer Koenig. Well, you see. There's probably a reason.
Yeah,
He's half
in
an
the
act-
land of
Dad's
Dad, there is reasons.
Yeah, you have to remember, if Dad wants to get gitty on me, he just has to drive for 20 minutes. So, yeah, you just get it said, he can actually come and physically do it, slap. If he needs to administer a slap, you see, so.
Yeah, if he needs to do it, he will.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Dad actually says, because Fox is Fox and you're a git, Panzer. Chat fell over, so that'll be my broadband being funny.
Oh dear.
Eon's car says, if it hasn't been asked yet, bench and belly. Dad, you missed the mark there, mate. Bench and belly. What's on your bench? What you're working on? And what's in your belly? What have you had for your lunch or dinner?
Yeah, I neglected to do belly and bench because I am useless.
You're useless, Colin.
Yeah, you are
that what you
talking
are?
to the bloke who just doesn't pimp himself or anything, because I am that bad.
Yes. Like somebody who didn't pimp their stream last night in the boom up.
Yeah, I might have done that.
Yeah.
Am I still on the naughty step for that?
No, not a naughty step, just that you missed a chance there, dude. It's not
I
a telling off, it's a dude, you missed your chance.
I know. I do. I am so bad at it. It's funny, I was talking to you last night, wasn't I, about channel growth, and you said, you know why? You know why your channel is growing so slow.
That's all I needed to say. You know why.
And I'm me going, well, I think I know what you're going to say. He went.
Yeah, you have to channel your inner American car salesman crazy Earl type.
I'll get there, mate. Yeah. Didn't I say this last year? And
you
the
said
year
this
before?
last year and the year before. Yeah. So yeah, bench and belly, folks. What's your bench and belly, Cole?
Cup of tea, mate.
Cup of tea?
Yeah, I've had no belly today, mate.
No. We had belly on Friday, though, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Just for a second.
Yeah, I may have been topless, and I leant up to grab something. It was the Uncle Festa thing, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And I may have nudged the camera, so I do apologise to any viewers that may have been traumatised by the by the sight of a semi-nude Festa. It's not a good look.
Yeah, I don't think slight was the word.
No, it's
it kind of fit. It was most of the screen was filled with body parts. Because you were like an inch from the cameras.
Yeah, it's like it's like,
yeah. We couldn't quite tell what religion you are, but you know, hey. For me, bench obviously is these Death Guard dudes and really shaky hands. Look at that! I've got really shaky hands today.
Oh, really? Welcome to my world, mate. I'm not too bad today. I'm on different meds at the moment. So.
No, I think it's my meds that I'm on at the minute. I'm on various meds, so they give me a bit of the shakes, which is a bit rubbish, especially when you're trying to film a part work build. You're trying to put a screw in a hole. It's like,
oh, you've been having Woody Woodpecker syndrome, where you sit there with a screwdriver and it's going.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, I'll be like, right, camera's on, press record. All I've got to do is get the screw on the end of the screwdriver into this, and it's like, in, and then I'm turning. It's like, oh god damn it, take 5.
Yeah, it's like really.
Yay for antidepressants.
Yeah.
So bench is this. Belly, nothing at the moment apart from this delicious cup of coffee, which I'm going to apply to my face.
Good man.
In my official time team mug. And belly, nothing at the moment apart from that. But later on, first of all, I've just been to see Mama Foxx, and I was surprised to find that one of her like breakfast options in the morning, apart from like flaccid sandwich, or Weetabix, is like cooked breakfast, like bacon, sausage, eggs. I'm like, why are you not choosing that every single day? Like if I'm given the choice between like flaccid ham sandwich or a full breakfast,
you know what you're going to be having.
Well, she said the other day, she said this is one of the choices, and I'm like, because it's like, you know, a single Weetabix, a flaccid sandwich, a full English breakfast, and it's like, Is this like a brain thing, or is this actually true? So when I left, I had to ask the nurse and say, this may sound silly, but is one of the options for breakfast like a full English? She went, oh yeah. So I really want a full English. I really want a full English now.
Throw yourself down on the ground and say, right, I need to come in.
I'm not well. I've not been well, you know. So I was almost tempted on the way home from visiting Mama Foxx to stop off at the local Tesco's and have their like big breakfast.
Yeah.
Which costs like 3p and is enormous. And it's quite nice. But I decided no, because it'll be full of the hoi polloi and I'll get infections and diseases and die, so probably not.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? We just don't go out in public, do we? We don't want to.
No. I mean, our local Tesco's is not in a well, it's not a bad place, but let's just say there's a lot of people in that part of the world that perhaps, you know, washing might be a novel concept. So.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you want to maybe not go into that particular Tesco. But it's funny because like before the you know the lockdown and stuff and all that, Mama Foxx and I used to go there like once or twice a month just for the breakfast in the morning because she doesn't get out much. So she really likes it there. She likes the coffee and she actually has a cup of coffee as well, which is weird. She drinks tea.
Oh, bless her.
So yeah, so I really want a full English, but for dinner tonight I'm defrosting a big square block of turkey mince, and I'll do that with something.
Pardon me.
Ooh, tastes nice. Sounds like it tasted nice. Spider Pig.
I'll get shouted at by Dad. He says, eat something, blood sugars. Yeah, mate.
Yeah. Have you got any snacky foods in there with you now?
I've got rehydration stuff in me drink, mate.
No, but that's more like food stuffs and.
No, I haven't, mate. Not at the moment because I still got a bit of drippy belly, mate, and. Yeah, but I've been taking me rehydration stuff, and I had some of me vitamins and stuff. But
vitamins.
Yeah, it's just frustrating.
Did you ever, talking of vitamins, did you ever see the Craftsman video where he did like a G.I. Joe thing, but talking about vitamins?
No, I haven't seen that one.
He might have removed it. I don't know, but it was little clips from the G.I. Joe cartoon that he voiced over, and. There's all the characters are sat in this conference room, and I don't know the characters, but one of them is there, and he says, he's like, today we're going to talk about vitamin, and then this guy puts this big block of butter down, and he goes, butter is the only source of vitamins.
Absolutely, Craft Son. Craft Son.
Oh, Craft Son. Oh.
Love Craft Son.
Oh yeah, we love Craftsman.
Craftsman.
I love Craftsman. He's brilliant, and I can confirm that Tony Cacheri's Cajun dressing is like really that sprinkle stuff. It's really nice. I haven't opened the packet that. Well, I haven't opened the packet that Craftsman sent me because I bought something from his Etsy. So
yeah,
I bought some stickers so you get a pack of it with your order.
Yeah.
So I haven't opened that. It's up there. I've got it up there. But somebody did send me a packet of it, so I didn't have to open it. So it's like it kicks like a mule.
Really?
It's like a sprinkle, like you get like like a herb or something. You think it's just like a seasoning. Well, it is a seasoning. So I put it on some food and realised actually you don't need to put a lot on because it really does kick like a mule. Dead nice. Hey. Do you need to grab something to eat, or because it's going to be a good
yeah, I will do. I will do. I'll just nip out. 2 secs, mate.
Yep.
Because I know I am going to incur the wrath of Dad, and rightly so. So 2 secs, mate.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to put me on full screen?
That's all right, mate. 2 secs. I'll just reach over for the mouse.
All right. Yeah, because I haven't got the buttons. Oh, I can do it myself, can't I? Hang on. Can I? Oh, I can't. Don't think I can. There we go. Cheers, dude. Yes, so while he goes and sorts that out. Oh, it's weird doing a stream by myself. I've not done one for ages. I've forgotten what to do. Let's have a quick look at chat. That's always a good cop-out when I can't think of what to say. Scale Model Ninja says, belly can of relentless. Is that like an energy drink by any chance? Bench 148, Kitty Hook, Huey Venom. Ooh. Max says, belly, no idea. Mrs. M has left me on my own. I keep looking in the fridge in a hopeful way. Are you kind of hoping that the things in the fridge are all things you don't need to do any cooking with? You can just open them and put them in your face? Because that's what I do. I open the cupboard and say, what can I just shovel out of a tin? Beans, there you go. Eat the beans, done. No cooking. Because there's times when you don't want to cook or even warm something up. Bench is a 16mm long Japanese J-15 carrier-based fighter. Cool. That's tiny. Panzer Koenig says, Hoi polloi, is this the new chocolate Velociraptor variant? Dad says, rehydration stuff is not balanced, Colin. Blood sugars. There's. Well done, Dad. Thank you for telling him off. Dan Kramer says to Dad, you'll need to tell Mrs. Tell H, she'll make him eat something. Just the threat is normally good enough. He is a chump, says Dad. Yeah. The thing is, it's like one of those things, isn't it? It's like I'm the same. If there's something I need to do, but I'm ensconced and absorbed in whatever I'm doing, I'll completely forget. You know, I've done it before now. I've found myself, I've sat at the bench on a hot summer's day from time to time and suddenly realised I've been sat here for 9 hours and not even had a drink of water or anything. I'm like, wow, I need to not collapse. So, yes. Precisely, Fox, says Mac. Yes. So, yeah. But yes, anyway. Thank you to everyone who's been sticking around. Like I say, I do, obviously. I've not enjoyed not being able to film or stream. And obviously I'm here today, but I don't know how long, you know, I can be doing streams for until it has to stop again for a bit. This leg does not want to fit. There we go. No, it doesn't. What is going on with this leg here? I don't know. It's not wanting to fit. It's terrible. There we go. That's better. But obviously at the moment, with me looking after Mama Foxx when she's at home, that means a lot of time I'm not able to commit to, you know, 2 or 3 hours at the bench uninterrupted. So that's what's had to happen. And if I'm filming, I can't really do too much filming because, again, I'm not getting constant at the bench time. So, but it will return back to normal. We'll be back to normal soon enough.
Foodage has been fetched, Dad. Foodage has been fetched.
What have you got? What have you got? What have you got?
Ham and bay leaf salad wrap. Couple of them. I know.
Get in. Get in. I want that now. Wait, does that mean you've got to fish the bay leaves out? Are they the ones that are really sharp and cut your gum when you eat them by mistake?
Yeah. Oh.
Is that good?
Yeah, it is.
Has that got beetroot in it?
No, it's bay leaf, different colour bay leaf.
Oh, right. I can see like a purpley red. Oh, right. Okay. Oh, look at that. Whoa. My mouth's right here. Just right there. My mouth here. Right. Ah. Nom, 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 nom.
That just looks so wrong, doesn't it, holding that? Yeah. Let's just move that off shot.
I couldn't actually get my head that far. Yeah. I'm kind of glad I can't get my head down here.
Yeah, that would have just looked so wrong.
Yeah, especially as on your camera, it kind of looks like skin colour. So
yeah,
presented with no context. Not suitable for children.
No, you're right, Dad. You know, yeah. You can feel free to slap me with a wet mitten, mate, when you're next seen.
Yep. Dan says, whatever is needed, we need our Festa. Yeah, absolutely.
Ross Medlock, Scale Model Ninja, says, are you going to build and paint a figure in one stream today, Fox? Yes, Ross kindly stood in for a couple of weeks, didn't you, mate?
Yep, he did. Thank you very much for that. Much appreciated. For your guest appearances. Painting on a live stream. No. No. The difficulty with, and I may have a bit of an announcement about that, me and Colin, but the difficulty with doing live streams is building on a live stream is easy because I can just build stuff and talk to the people in chat and the audience because it's not exactly brain intensive. Painting, on the other hand, especially figures, A, I'd have to have my head here like this to paint. And B, most of the time when I'm painting, it's something that I'm filming for a build series, or I'm painting it and I intend to sell it. So if I'm trying to do a live stream, which is stressful anyway, and I'm, you know, when you're doing a live stream, I've got, as you know, I'll be painting this, I'll be responding to chat, I'll be worrying about the stream, worrying about my internet connection, trying to think about this, that, and I won't be paying attention at all, and that'll just come up with not the best paint job. Which, if it's something I want to sell, that's not ideal. So that's why I kind of haven't done any painting on a live stream, because if I was, the other thing I could do is just put the camera far away and just paint and kind of forget the camera's there, which is what some streamers do. They just kind of, but if I'm focused on the painting, I'm not responding to people in chat, and then what's the point in watching a live stream where I'm not saying anything? So, however, so that's why I wouldn't do painting on a live stream normally. I've not got the brain power to do that and streaming. But however,
like we have.
But I don't think many people have. I mean, if you watch most streams where they're doing painting, some people can do it really well, but it's like a lot of the times when you see people streaming it, either it comes out not looking that great because they're trying to do 15 things at once, or they're young and they've got decent eyesight and they don't have to sit right next to the model. They can sit back and paint from a distance.
Yeah.
Or they're not really interacting with the people in the chat. So,
I'm still sat here wearing 2 pairs of glasses because I'm as blind as a bat.
Yeah. So it's quite tricky, and I know I'm not really. I mean, I have painted it. I painted that chimera that Dad got me on a live stream, and I'll be honest, it looks fine, but it's not maybe my best paint job, and it's not to the point where, not that I'm going to sell it anyway. But if I was looking to sell it, I wouldn't really be that keen because it's not my best paint work. If I'm building something to sell, I'll do the best job I can do. So. So it's not really conducive to that. However, you and I had a discussion the other day, didn't we?
Yeah, if you want to do the announce, mate, do the announce. It's better on here because it's going to be across both channels, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, Colin and I were discussing just this very thing the other day, and about what to do on paint on live streams and stuff. So going forward, there's a couple of things that we might start doing independently on our own channels and together. Given everything that I've just said, it may well be that in the future I actually start doing live streams on Warhammer Sunday, for example, or when I am doing some painting. Because what we kind of both realised when we were talking is that although it's really difficult to do painting during a live stream, because you're going to impact the quality of the paint job, and if I'm looking to sell it, it's no good. If you assume that the paint job's not going to be brilliant, not going to be your best work, but if you're just painting it for fun, it doesn't really matter. It's more just content for the people to watch. Then it might be that we get some like paint mule kits and just paint them for the fun of it on live streams, because that way it doesn't really matter if it's not the best paint job in the world, because it's not. I'm not. I wouldn't be selling it. I wouldn't be doing anything with it. If I'm not doing a painting guide, if it's just something on the live stream. So going forward, it might be that I start doing some painting and stuff on live streams just for the fun of painting it, not worrying about the quality of the paintwork. And that way, you get that content. But we also thought about, you can do this bit if you want, Cole. You can talk about the other bit.
What's that? The educating Festa.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's brilliant for Fox because he's been painting these for a number of years. And he's got a very recognisable and distinctive painting style. Whereas I'm a total noob to Warhammer, so kind of hit on the idea of an educating Festa in the Warhammer painting techniques, because I think I said it on the brunch earlier, the beauty of this hobby is, like, if you do shiny cars, you're learning a new technique to achieve the result. And I've just come into Warhammer, and although I've got my own painting style, I would still like to develop and learn new techniques. And Fox and Sai and people, they've all got this technique they use, and I'm like keen to learn it. So it's, well, instead of trying to sit and do it on your own on a live stream, do it more as a mentor student type thing, you know what I mean? So have a go at this and we sit and we practice the technique, because then other people tuning in can learn the technique as well. So
yeah,
I think it'll work, and Fox thinks it'll work, and we're gonna probably incorporate it across the Friday Frolic or the Warhammer Sunday.
Yeah,
you can have a spider pig.
The spider pig. Well, that's the idea, because we were having the conversation in the stream on Friday about Carl said he was trying to paint like the Warhammer way after watching the Duncan videos and stuff. and we were saying how it's always good to try and sort of copy other ways, other people's styles and methods, just to get a foundation.
Absolutely.
You know that you don't have to paint a specific way, but there's no harm when you're starting out in copying someone else to find out how they do it.
Yeah.
And then looking at what you've done and thinking, okay, I've learned that technique. Do I want to use that, or can I develop my own based on that? Because you're just getting you're learning the motions, and it's a good place from then to start learning your own way of doing it. It's one of those things that you don't really want to copy somebody else's style forever, because all you're doing is you've not developed your own character. Then
that's right.
you're just copying that. But using that as a stepping stone is absolutely the best way to do. So I said to Carl, I said, you've sat and watched all the Warhammer videos, and you've tried those techniques out. You've tried some of your own techniques. You've spoken to Si about stuff, and we just came up with this idea that basically we both get the same kit, the same thing.
Yes.
And each week we just paint it. But I'd paint it my way, and kind of he would copy it live as we went along. So I said, right, we're going to do this. Like, try this. And it wouldn't be the case that I'd say, no, you're doing it wrong. Do this. No, that's not right. I'd say, right, here's what I'm going to do. Do it. And then I just let you do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's a good way of viewers out there that may be wanting to learn the techniques as well. If they see that I'm willing enough to say, hey, I'm open to a new technique, others will come along and go, do you know something? You've got someone that can do it, showing someone that is learning it, and I can learn from this, and it might garner a mutual interest. So I think it's got legs myself. So
yeah, and it's not like I'm necessarily saying I'm brilliant, you should learn how to paint my way, because what I'm saying is, why don't you try copying what I do, and then take that information once you've done that and incorporate some of those
twist
tips.
to it.
Yeah, add your own twist to it. And don't forget, of course, that also try and learn, maybe do the same thing with Si and with George and with other people.
Absolutely.
Not because I'm particularly a good painter, but just because I do things maybe a bit differently from other people. Purely because of things like that. I've not seen anyone else doing the post-shading dry brush technique.
No,
they probably do, but I've never seen anybody else do it. And I do it because I'm a lazy arse.
Yeah.
And I can't be arsed getting the airbrush out. So that's one method that I quite like using on Warhammer stuff. So yeah, it's just
it's what makes the work distinctive as well, isn't it? And that's what people like to see. And I mean, this was after the frolic, wasn't it? I mean, we was on till 20 to 5 in the morning, weren't we? Just chatting, and this idea came up after the show, and we sort of was batting it backwards and forwards, wasn't we? And I just think it'll work well. And, when I do the frolic, I shall stream the frolic to both my channel and Fox's so that his viewers get to see that show as well. And probably do the same on a Sunday. It's not going to impact viewers as such. So
no, but the good thing is, of course, it's one of those things that could take, because we're basically talking about painting on streams and things like that. As somebody mentioned earlier. And obviously, one of the things at the moment is that, Colin and I are both. I've got a bit of a stash going on, but Colin's maybe not got as big a stash, and these kits aren't cheap. So it was like, well, we both don't paint on streams for the same reason. It's really hard, and it never looks as good as you want it to. Yeah. But then again, on the other hand, it's weeks and weeks and weeks of content.
Yeah, so, and it's educational and informative, and I think that's the hook.
Yeah. And that's the thing. So it's like, so why not open ourselves up to, with the understanding that what comes out the other end is going to be not something I'm going to sell, because it won't be the best thing in the world, but we'll just get ourselves either we'll go at the cheaper end of the Warhammer market, or whatever we're doing, or get stuff off eBay like I do with Tabletop Trauma Centre. Just get something on eBay that we can repaint. Yeah. And then if it doesn't come out looking great, then it doesn't really matter. Yeah. If it comes out looking great, then brilliant. But if it comes out looking a bit half-assed because we've been doing chat and streaming at the same time, then it's fine. It doesn't matter. Yeah. And it's just more content for you guys. And like I say, you can learn as we go along. So, yeah.
Exactly. Future plans, mate. Innit? It gives you something to look forward to when you come back. And it's something there that, people can feed back to us both over the next few months as to whether they think, I'd sit and watch that. And just a way of, dare I say it, giving something back, isn't it?
Yeah. But it's just at the end of the day, it's like I said to you. You want to try and copy as many different techniques as you can while you're finding your own style. Excuse me. And you have access to basically me. Yeah. Not that I'm any good or anything like that, but you've got access to me, and who also has a YouTube channel. So there's no reason to not take advantage of that. Absolutely. And you've got access to people like Simon and George and others. You know, exactly. So at the end of the day, you may as well take advantage of people who can actually sit down and go through it with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then somehow if you get to...
I can't see me not having Warhammer stuff to build. You know, I'm in the hole, let's admit it. You know, it is there. But it's not going to take over everything I do, but we do 2 Warhammer shows a week. So let's utilise them time slots, because they are long shows as well.
It's part of your repertoire. It's part of your library of content. Is you do a little bit.
Absolutely, and it just gives the viewers something that they can go, well, I've been wanting to build this stuff, and I don't know how to paint it. And then suddenly they're going to go, oh, these two are doing a show on that. Excuse me.
Studying Eris.
And yeah, why not?
But the other thing is as well, it's not exclusive to Warhammer. It's, you know, whatever I'll be showing you and whatever we'll be doing, you can do it on anything. You don't have to just do it on Warhammer stuff. It's more just brush painting, because it'll all be airbrush free. Yeah. Apart from maybe, you know, maybe the primer coat might have been airbrushed off camera or something like that. Or
normally they'll come on and it'll be a case of, well, we've primed it with an airbrush using this, and this, and we're ready to go. You know, that's our generic basing process.
It'll just be taken as read that it's ready and primed and based. So,
yeah.
You know, and we'll see how it goes. And it may be that, you know, but like I say, it's part of it was because it's when we both suddenly realised that, you know, the reason we don't do live streams where we're painting can be ignored as long as you don't expect to have a masterpiece at the end of it.
Yeah.
Then there's no reason not to do it. You know, some people will stream painting because they are talented painters and people want to watch them do their talented painting. I can't do that. If I was a talented painter, I'd be giving you a half-arsed paint job on a live stream.
Yeah.
So as long as it's known from the start that it's going to be not the best, then it's fine. So we may as well open the door. But the other thing, of course, was that you tend to get a kit and build it within about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So the problem you've got is that, you know, money's tight, and if you've got like 5 kits in your stash and like 5 live streams later you've built them all, what you're supposed to do after that? You can't keep buying kits all the time. So, and I said, well, you know, if we do painting of them, then that could be like weeks and weeks and weeks of stuff from just one kit.
Well, this is it. You don't have to rush it. That's the thing.
Yeah, you're not being pressured to get a new kit every couple of weeks because you've built the load of them.
Yeah.
So,
you know, and that's the habit I want to get out of with me Warhammer paint. I mean, I've done the Valkyrie, the Wazbomb, the Booster Blaster, and based the Baneblade. But I paint too quickly on the live streams with the brush. I need to relax and take me time and slow that process down, because at the moment because I'm chatting away to people, I'm subconsciously beavering away, and I'm like, oh, that could have been better if I'd taken me time, and I'm aware of that, and that's where I want to garner doing stuff with Fox, because, no pun intended, but you're quite a methodical, metronomic builder and painter, and it shows in the end result, because the end result is a nice end result, isn't it? Let's be honest, you know, it's a nice, sexy paint job. So it proves to me that your method must work, because the difference is light and day, let's be honest. And I can see that, you can see that. You're too polite to say, you should have took your time there, mate. And I know that. So for me, it's going to be a way of methodically learning to slow down and seeing the end result of that, you know?
Well, it'll be interesting, because like I'll be saying, right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to paint this bit. And then if you finish before me, it'll be like,
yeah.
So you'll be consciously trying not to finish doing it before I've done it. But it's like I said, it's not because I think I'm the bee's knees and you need to learn how to paint through me. Not at all.
Oh no, not at all. You've never said anything detrimental, and fair play.
Oh no. This is to people watching, not to you. But I'm not saying that I'm the bee's knees and Colin needs to learn my techniques. because it's not that at all. I'm an average painter. I'm tabletop level painter. I'm not anything like that. But it's just because I might have techniques that other people don't. And what I like to do, being a lazy arse, is I like to find the easiest way to do something. Always. So if there's a complicated way of doing something and a 5-minute easy way, I'm going to go for the easy one. So part of it might be that I've got some little tips to show Colin that he's doing it a different way that takes twice as long and is more stressful.
Yeah.
So, but having said that, of course, it is also a case of slowing him down a bit. Because, these things are expensive.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think it's going to have a Canigram for Mongo. There you go. Great hook. Great name. Paint along with Fox and Festa. It's going to be great. Yeah. There you go. Oh, paint along with Nancy. Do you remember that? Yeah.
You just recognised the tune, didn't you?
I did. Spartan, Overwatch, Games and Hobbies. Morning all from down under. How do, mate?
G'day, bro.
Yeah. Hands
G'day,
are in
Spartan.
capitals. As said, Colin doesn't have a Warhammer stash because he's built it all. Yes, you may have hit the correct answer there.
Yes, quite possibly.
I have got some dudes and that to build, but yeah.
Yeah. But that's the beauty of it, because I was saying to Colin last night, I was saying at the end of the day, don't forget, of course, for the sake of this particular idea, what we might do, like I said, is just simply get something shonky off eBay. I mean, if well, this is where it gets a bit tricky. If there's two kinds of streams we could do. We could do painting streams. We could do ones just for our own channels where I'm painting something that necessarily isn't anything to do with Colin, but it's something I'm painting on my live streams. So I'll just go and buy some shonkily painted thing off eBay rather than buy a whole brand new kit, because I know it's not going to be the best paint job in the world, so it doesn't really matter too much.
Yeah.
And Cole might do the same. He might be painting whatever, but then when we do the thing with both of us, it might be that either we can find the same model shonkily painted on eBay, which is highly unlikely, or we just bite the bullet and get an actual new kit, but then we'll stick to something cheap and cheerful.
Yeah.
So for example, we might start, the first one we do together might be a Lehman Russ because it's 35 quid and it's easy to paint.
Yeah,
or
it's perfect,
a
isn't
Torox
it?
Prime or something. Yeah, or a Torox Prime, or another Oak Battle Wagon or something like that.
Yeah.
We'll go for the cheap, because ideally it's going to be big stuff. We're not going to paint little tiny figures because you guys won't be able to see anything and it'd be rubbish. So, but yeah, we'll figure it out. I mean, it might be that we end up doing figures and things.
Yeah, it's just different, isn't it? I mean, I'm not worried about what faction it's from or anything like that.
No, none of that nonsense.
You've got a better knowledge on Warhammer product than I have, and you could turn around and say, well, Lehman Russ, boom, there you go, mate.
Yeah.
Cheap and cheerful, a decent sized kit, boom, there you go, and it'll work,
Yeah, I mean, the big things like vehicles are more handy for the viewers to actually see what we're doing. If they're trying to learn along as well, then they can actually see although it's in glorious 720p. When we're doing things like figures, if we do things like figures, that might be more of a case of they can't really see what we're doing because it's too small, but they're just having a laugh with us.
Yeah.
So they're not really learning too much because they can't see any of it, but at the same time, they're just having a bit of a good time. So.
Yeah, I think it'll work. I don't know. I've just got a feeling in me water.
Yeah, hopefully it does.
And it's content, mate, isn't it?
I'm going to catch up on the chat.
I got as far as Panzers in block capitals because I've built it all.
I'm going back up a little bit further. Graham McRoberts in chat, he says, hi everyone from a hospital bed, getting better though. Hey Graham.
Brilliant, mate. Glad to hear it. You take care, mate.
NHS Wi-Fi, garbage, isn't it?
Yeah.
I took Mama Foxx her iPad in.
Yeah.
And let's just say we both know someone who may have an NHS login for work.
Yeah.
Which I normally use on my phone when I go into the hospital. I use it because so I can use the staff Wi-Fi basically.
Yeah.
But I couldn't get Mama Fox's iPad to log on to that, so I had to use the public hoi polloi Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Which is great, apart from it logs you out at the end of the day every day, like at night, I think. And of course, Mama Foxx isn't really able to sign herself back in again.
Yeah.
Right at the minute, it's not something she could remember how to do. So every day I go in, I've got to sign it back in again. It's like, but it works. It gives her internet. But yeah, hey Graham, I hope you're feeling a little bit better. Get well soon. Recover nicely, and thank you for joining us from a hospital bed.
Absolutely, Graham. Always nice to see you, mate. You know that.
Yeah. Ninja says, good to hear, Fox. Looking forward to learning some different techniques. That's the other thing, of course. Doing a painting video series takes months. And
Yes.
as you know, on my channel, it's been months and months since I've done one. If we're doing it on a live stream, at least, yeah, you've got to sit and watch a live stream every week, but at least you're learning little techniques as we go along rather than waiting months and months to see a technique come out.
Well, this is it. I mean, on my video one is going to be the Bane Blade, isn't it? Doing that, and that's going to be a work in progress. So
yeah, oh, absolutely.
You know, whereas these live streams, that'll help with the painting of the Bane Blade series because it's going to make that now a far better paint job.
Yeah, I actually saw a Bane Blade on eBay yesterday that I was sorely tempted. It was 75 quid.
Yeah.
And somebody built it, but they modified it a lot and put lots of like churchy, archy things all over it.
Yeah.
It was like you do, you put little like, you know, church arches and things and stonework masonry on it and stuff, made it look all ecclesiastical.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's a Bane Blade, it's 75 quid.
Tempting, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't in the end though. Because you pay less than that if you buy the kit from Goblin. So I'm like, no.
But yeah, that's the thing, because we've both got Goblin links as well. You know, it probably would, because we get 20% off anyway. The time you get one off eBay and pay the postage, I looked at Lehman Russ's the other night, you know, and some of them were like 30 quid plus whatever postage. Well, that's pretty much the price of a brand new one. So
yeah.
And with our 20% off links, we can just, you know, I'll use your link, you use mine, and we both get a kickback anyway, don't we? So
yeah. But that's the thing. I mean, I've painted a million Lehman Russes, but they are like, in terms of streaming, because the thing we'd have to consider is that it's all very well streaming X, Y, or Z, but it also has to be something where people can actually see what we're doing.
yeah.
So, like trying to paint, say, a Vex Machinator or something, which is a small figure and full of tiny little fiddly details, it's never going to happen because people aren't going to see it. But something like a Lehman Russ, it's a box. Or a rhino or something like that. It's a box. And it's fairly clear to see what's going on. So at the start, that kind of thing might be what we do. Now, if we can both find like a poorly painted Lehman Russ on eBay that's got the same you know, if it's the same thing. Like the thing is, you go and look at like, say, 5 Lehman Russes on eBay, they've all got different loadouts.
Yeah.
But ideally, if I'm showing Cole how to do something, we'd have the same thing together. So if we can both, if on eBay one day we see 2 Lehman Russes that are basically the same but poorly painted, we can strip them down and do that.
Exactly.
But like later on, it might get to like figures and stuff. But we'll see.
See how it goes, mate, won't we?
Yeah.
William Rayborn's off. He's got to go and do some yard work. Take care, William.
All right, Bill.
Thanks
Take
for
care,
tuning in, buddy.
Oh, yeah, I've got to do some washing when I finished. Will you write down the thing, painting with Festa and Fox idea title that I've forgotten what it was already? Paint along with Fox and Festa, that's it.
Yeah, of course I will, mate. I'll do that.
Because I'll forget. Yeah. That is a good title, Candy, says Eon about that time. Paint along with Fox and Festa. Spartan Overwatch Games and Hobbies says, I was more Draka09 till I started doing my gaming YouTube. Oh, hey there, Draka. There we go. We know who you are now. There we go. Angus Allet's in. Welcome, Angus. Colin's writing furiously now. As it's 1 a.m, I may not be around long, says Angus. Well, thank you for joining us, even if you don't stick around for long. I can... Are you there, Cole?
Yes.
Panzer says, I can foresee the pair of them in a bidding war over the same Lehman Russ. Like, how much did that Lehman Russ cost you?
We'll have to give each other our Facebook, our eBay names.
Or just say, which one are you bidding on this one? Okay, yeah. Okay,
yeah, I'm bidding on that one and I'm bidding on that one. Yeah.
Because you can see what'll happen. It'll be like, I got this Lehman Russ and it was £5, but then I ended up paying 95 quid for it. I don't know why. Because some other chud was bidding on it. Oh, wait.
Yeah. Actually, he's got a really good point there, because that is likely to happen, isn't it?
Yeah, so we would have to coordinate.
Yeah.
But that's the difficulty. When you see them on eBay, they're always like different loadouts. They're not the same, exactly the same type. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Torox Prime's quite a nice one to paint as well, because it's you can do the interior if you want, but it's also got lots of filigree raised details, which is good fun to paint.
Oh, nice.
But I think they're not as cheap as, say, Lehman Russ. It's because basically everybody buys Lehman Russes all the time, so they can sell them cheap.
Yeah.
Dan Kramer says, Fox, are you still using a phone for your desk camera? Yes, I have an iPhone SE 2020, purely as a desk camera. I keep it in this bag to keep it dust free.
Yeah.
My previous was an iPhone 5S, but the battery got to the point where it wouldn't hold a charge, and it had to be basically plugged in all the time. But then that gets everything really hot, and I don't like the idea of explosions in my face.
I think we do the same thing, don't we? iPhone.
Yep. So what I did was, usually when my phone gets too old and I get a new one from my mobile provider, my mobile service, I upgrade my phone and the old phone becomes the camera. So it would have been my iPhone 6 or something, but I was never that keen on the camera on the iPhone 6. It was wrong. The gamma was wrong. It was always overexposed, a bit weird. So I just bit the bullet and I bought myself an iPhone SE 2020 because the camera's supposed to be quite good, and it is. I do like the camera on that.
Paul D. Tommaso's in saying hi. Hi, Paul.
Hey, Paul. Hello.
But yeah, the iPhone is great for filming on, mate.
What are you filming yours on? What's it? iPhone what?
iPhone 6.
6, yeah. I don't know why, for some reason, it might have just been my particular iPhone 6 or was it a 6S? I think I had a 6S.
Yeah, because my regular phone is the XS Max, and my filming phone is my little iPhone 6, because that enables me to put the other mic in, see, so...
I don't actually know what my actual phone is. It's an iPhone something. I don't even know which one. They never say on the back of them. I was never... I really like the camera on the iPhone 5 and 5S.
Yeah.
It's a really nice camera, but the 6 onwards, like I say, I always had to adjust the exposure when I rendered it.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just my particular handset was shonky, probably, I think, most likely. But the SE 2020, I got it, and it's like, okay, yeah, it looks good. They've changed the camera again, basically, so it looks really good.
Yeah. That's all I use. Because I used to use the camcorder. Is what I used to use. And then suddenly I was like, well, I've got a 1080p phone, 1080p camera on my phone.
Yeah.
Why am I using a 720p camera?
Well, the thing is, people have said to me, should I get a camera or use my phone? And I've often said, depend if you can afford a really, really nice camera, then get a camera, because obviously that's a professional way to do it. But for me, at the end of the day, I can press record, I can record a segment, and then I can just drag it across to the PC in File Manager. I don't have to use anything. You just literally hook it up, drag it across, done. It's recording it in MPEG-4, so... And, I've got my Filmic app on my iPad, which you couldn't use, but I have no problem with.
Oh, yeah, it kept trying to overheat my phone.
Yeah. Was that on the 6? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, it didn't like it, so I took it off in the end.
Yeah. I mean, it was getting
I haven't tried it on my new one. On my regular phone, I haven't tried it because I thought, well, if I clag my regular phone up, I'm kind of knackered.
It wouldn't actually do any damage, but if it gets warm... I mean, mine does get warm, but what I found was, with even my old iPhone, I have 5S as well, and this 2020, if you're filming and you've got it plugged in, like connected to power, it gets really quite hot quite quick, because it's draining charge and charging at the same time.
Yeah.
So what I've had to do is I literally fully charge it, and then I film without it connected, and I only connect it when I want to transfer files to the PC. But the difference between me and you is I'm only filming for like a minute at a time.
Yeah.
Whereas you're filming for like 20 or 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So that is why, I mean, if I left my phone going for 20 minutes, it would get super hot as well. So
yeah. So it's like,
and the thing with Filmic as well is Filmic's fine unless you're filming for more than about 10 minutes. I've had a lot of problems with files over 10 minutes long. So Filmic, if you're filming in big, long, drawn out chunks, if you're filming anything and you're going to be filming for more than 20 or 30 minutes, a phone is not ideal because it will get hot, and the hotter it gets, the shorter the battery. Yeah, I wouldn't say I say to people, don't use the phone that you use every day as a phone, because it will kill your battery. Your battery will eventually die because it gets hot all the time.
Yeah.
So use an old phone. If you've got an old iPhone, use that. The 5 and 5S are brilliant cameras.
Oh yeah. And the battery's good on them as well for that, because it doesn't get hot like that.
No. But you don't need to film in more than 1080p anyway. Filming this kind of stuff like model painting in 4K, there's no point. because if I'm painting a figure or whatever and it's in 1080p, people can see what I'm doing quite clearly. If I do it in 4K, they can still see what I'm doing, but the files are 8 times as big and it takes me 8 times as long to edit it because it's massive file sizes. So there's no point for that. 4K is great for gaming, not need it for painting.
Yeah, most people don't download and watch in 4K anyway from YouTube. So
No.
for me, it's a false economy.
Well, the thing is, if I'm watching like a movie or a TV show, or you know, if I'm watching a game stream, then 4K is really nice.
Yeah.
If the game's in 4K, then great, brilliant. If I could stream Fallout and Skyrim and stuff in 4K, I'd love to. But for something like a painting guide, you don't need it.
No.
You don't need that. At the end of the day, you could do that, but then you'd spend like 4 times as long editing, because you know my editing software is all right with normal 1080p video, but put 4K video in it takes forever to do anything. It's like chugging along. So yeah, if you've got a phone, don't use your actual phone. But if you've got an old phone, an old iPhone or something, go for it. I can't speak to Android phones, or, you know, because I don't have an Android phone.
No, I don't have Android.
But the built-in camera on iPhones is really, really good. It has some limitations. You can't have separate focus and exposure. You can't separate the two. So if you lock the focus, you're locking the exposure. So that's a bit of a downside if you use the built-in native app. That's why I use Filmic, because I can have exposure and autofocus separate.
Yeah.
In my older videos, if I was painting something, I'd have the focus locked to keep the exposure locked, but then if I moved it away, it'd go out of focus. If you watch my stuff now, because I've got the Filmic app, I don't have to have the focus locked.
No,
so if I move this over here, the focus, the autofocus on the iPhone is actually really fast. It's like snap with Filmic.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah, the native app is a bit slower. So it means if I'm painting a figure, I don't have to worry about where the figure is. I can move it around and it'll stay in focus. So, but if you don't need that, then yeah, the built-in native camera app's brilliant.
Oh, absolutely. And this is the thing, you know, there is a lot more to the filming than people think at times, isn't there?
I mean, like for your stuff, because you're doing stuff in long takes, Filmic wouldn't be any use for you because, like I said, your phone gets hot. If you were doing little 1 minute long takes, it'd be fine. You'd probably find it's absolutely brilliant. But a lot of the stuff you're doing anyway is like a shot of the desk, and you're not getting all close up.
No, that's right.
You don't need to worry about autofocus and stuff that much. So you can use the native app, no problem. If you're painting a figure, then you probably want to work in like 1 minute shots, and you could use Filmic then to have the autofocus, the autofocus, because you're going to be filming in little snippets. So
yeah, but we was talking about that as well, weren't we? Filming and stuff, you know, and there's different ways to do stuff. So
yeah, you basically work with what you've got. Is always
absolutely, but you know, it's good tips at the end of the day, because. As I was saying to you after the Patreon stream, wasn't it? You know, is I want to change me filming style, because I do spend a lot of time voiceovering and that, and it does take a lot of your time, and it's simple little changes that aren't massive to the process that will save a lot of time, and it's makes sense.
It also illustrates the way that there's no real one way to do anything. Like, you know, like I say, when I film now, my technique now is to film little clips.
Yeah.
And then add the voiceover later. It's a lot more efficient. It's a lot faster. It's a lot less stressful.
Yeah.
And it's just easier for me. Whereas I used to just turn the camera on and go and talk while I was doing stuff, and I can't do that anymore.
No.
I'm too useless to do that anymore. But so that was the way I used to do it. Now I do it in little clips. But that wouldn't work for you, because your ideal way to work is kind of a longer take for various reasons. So what would work for me wouldn't necessarily work for someone else. So
no, that's right.
Where I could do little minute clips. You can't do that, so you have to work and edit down. So for you, it's a case of film the long bit anyway, but then just trim it down a lot.
Yeah.
The trick is to knowing that you don't have to. The final video, when you're filming something, trying to figure out how I can explain this. What you film isn't necessarily what has to end up in the final video.
That's right.
It sounds really obvious, but you often see people where you watch a video and they've turned the camera on and they go, but that's it.
Yeah.
And what you see is whatever that camera saw. And it's like, you don't need to show every single thing. That's the whole point of editing.
Yeah.
You don't need to show, if you're painting a thing and it takes 15 minutes, you don't need to show 15 minutes of painting the thing. If your entire purpose is to teach someone something, you just need to show them enough to learn the technique and then move on to the next step.
Yeah, if you're painting 4 wheels, they don't need to see you painting 4 wheels.
Yeah, exactly. Just do one. But then you get people that I've seen videos where, they're doing something and you're getting you sit there and watch them say paint something for 15 minutes and you get the bit where they fiddle with the camera, you get the bit where they have to tell the dog to shut up, they get the bit where they go and answer the door, and it's like, you can edit these, right? You can
out. I was guilty of that when I first started. It's like, and then suddenly your cutting room floor starts getting full because you get brutal.
Yep. So what you film isn't necessarily what has to end up in the end video. It's two different things. It's two different products. What you film and what actually gets seen at the end is two completely, almost unrelated things.
Yeah. You're
just filming a source of clips, and then it's up to you to tweeze out the good clips and thread them all together. It's normal to have like hours and hours of footage that you just don't use.
Absolutely.
I've not got my mirror up, have I? So I can't see if I fall out.
Ray Aquilina is in, saying hi, my friends, Fox and Colin. Hello, Ray. Hope you're doing all right, buddy.
Big Malta hugs.
Josh is in, says it was weird with you not on there when I was watching. Ray's also... Go on, sorry, mate.
I meant to say Rysdom Design is in, actually. I meant to say that earlier and I forgot. So hello.
Yeah, that's Josh.
Yeah, Josh.
Yeah. He says, have you tried the record feature on StreamYard yet? Yes, mate, I have. Yeah. It's a good idea. It's a good concept.
Yeah, no.
It's where you can pre-record something and then do it as a live stream.
Yeah.
Bit like a YouTube premiere is the best way of describing it.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, we've got, if you've not got, if all you've got is a webcam, and, money's tight for everyone. So, it's nice to say, get yourself an iPhone or something. You can film on that. Because at the end of the day, an iPhone's expensive, but it's probably a lot cheaper than a good camera.
Yes.
Because the kind of camera you'd get for the same cost as an iPhone 2020, or like I looked basically, and what I paid for my iPhone SE 2020 is about half what I would pay for a good camera that can do video, 1080p video. So if you want to film on a camera, it's serious money. It is actually cheaper to buy a mobile phone.
Yeah, you can get cheap used iPhones on eBay, refurbished ones. Yeah. You can get them anywhere. Yeah. But especially if you're trading down.
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing professional video, then you want a proper camera. Yeah. But a proper professional minimum 1080p camera that would give you professional quality, you're looking at least 700 quid.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah. And for
I haven't got that.
No, and for YouTube, you, for what we do, you don't need that. No. Unless you've got a channel with like tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of subscribers.
Yeah.
You don't need professional setup. When you're starting out, just whatever you've got will work. And if all you've got is a webcam, then that's fine. Like you said, you can record into StreamYard. We both use Streamlabs streaming software. That also gives you the option to record from your webcam. So you can record.
Yeah, I love Streamlabs OBS.
Yeah,
brilliant.
Like if you've got OBS or Slob, Streamlabs OBS, you can record that. There's been a few times where I've done if I do like a quick update video where I'm talking to camera.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, hey guys, this is a quick update video for you. I don't film that on my phone because I need to.
Yeah.
I need to face a certain way, so I always film that on a webcam through Streamlabs with the other microphone. So,
although me and Fox are both on StreamYard at the moment, the actual streaming of this has been done by Streamlabs OBS.
Yeah.
Because there are features on there that you haven't got in StreamYard. So.
Yeah. But Streamlabs, it's literal streaming software, but it's recording at 1080p, and it's got you can control lots of things like the bitrate and stuff. So if all you've got is a webcam, then don't forget there's also the built-in Windows camera software as well, which also records. It's not brilliant, but if all you've got is a webcam and you want to record something, go for it.
Yeah, I think, is it Windows Movie Maker? Is that still part of Windows setup?
No, it's actually there's just an app called Camera. It's built into Windows.
Oh right, it's done. They've done it that way. Yeah.
Yeah, and there probably still is Windows Movie Maker, but that's just editing software. But
Yeah.
there's just an app called Camera, and it's for photographs and video. But like, if all you've got is a webcam, then your options are to either stream what you're doing or record it through something on the PC. But either way, it's going to look the same, so it doesn't really matter. You know, so if you're just starting out, you don't have to go and buy an expensive camera. But given that most of us have a mobile phone, and most of us have probably upgraded at some point in the last year or so, a lot of people will keep that older phone. So if you've got your old smartphone from a couple of years ago, the camera in that is brilliant.
Yeah, it's 1080p camera at the end of the day.
Yep.
That's cheap,
I did
cheapest
look
way of getting one.
I was looking at actual cameras, I think, sometime last year. And there's a few that are like go-tos. The cheapest I was looking at was about 600 to 700 quid for some Sony camera. That the bizarre thing is, unless you're paying a big amount of money for like 600 or 700 quid, a lot of the cameras, they'll record 1080p. Some of them will do 4K. Don't care about 4K. But the problem is that a lot of the cameras I looked at, you can film, or you can, what was the restriction now? It was something like you're either filming or you're watching the footage on the camera, but not both. Oh no,
Yeah, you can't do both.
No, sorry, no. The problem was you can film, or you can have it connected to power, but not both.
Oh,
And I'm like,
that's no use because the battery life is capped.
yeah, but that's the thing. So it's like, and then some of them, what they do is they say you can buy like a third-party adapter that plugs into the battery compartment that allows you to plug it into power so you can keep filming. And I'm like, well, that's no use. I'm not going to start farting about.
No, you bought the camera. You don't need to buy additional equipment.
Yeah, so I
Taking
could
the
spend 600. I could spend 600 quid on this camera because all I wanted, all I was looking for. This is when my old iPhone died before I got the 2020. All I was looking for was the ability to have focus and exposure separate.
Yeah.
Which on a normal camera, no problem.
Yeah.
But on a smartphone, problem. On an iPhone. And until I found the Filmic app, I tried other ones that just didn't work. And until I found the Filmic app, there was no way for me to have focus unlocked, but exposure locked and white balance locked. And that's the entire reason I use Filmic, is purely so I can have those three things separate. Because on the built-in camera app on the iPhone, it is really good. Like for your stuff where it's just a shot of your desk and everything's in about the same place anyway. But for close-up work where you're moving back and forth, it's not that great. Because if you lock the focus, you've locked the exposure. But you might want the focus to be variable. But if you do that, then the exposure's unlocked. And every time you move something into shot, it goes bright and dark. So it's like, so it really vexed me for a while.
Yeah, I mean, the phones do a good film, like you say. You know, you can always use After Effects or anything like that in your editing suite to improve anything, but don't really need to do a massive amount.
No, but I mean, like I say, for the kind of stuff we do, until your channel's got 50,000 subs and you're making some good money off it, you don't need to worry about a top end camera. And right now, even a bottom end camera is probably more expensive than a smartphone. And a smartphone is absolutely fine for whatever for this kind of stuff or whatever you're filming. Because, most smartphones are going to give you 1080p. A lot of them will give you 4K, but like I say, again, for this kind of stuff, you don't need 4K anyway. And you have to keep in mind that a lot of people can't actually watch 4K videos.
This is it. Not everyone can download to 4K quality.
Yeah. So, and the difficulty with 4K videos, if you upload in 4K, then sometimes the lower resolutions are kind of restricted. So a couple of years ago, my computer that I had couldn't really cope with 60 FPS videos. It was chewing up the CPU. Like 60 frames a second videos were a nightmare because the fan would be dead loud. So I couldn't really watch anything at 60 FPS. So my option was, when somebody uploaded a video at 1080p 60, if you look at the video options, it's 1080 60, 720 60, or 480p. So I had to watch them in 480p. And it's similar with 4K. You're kind of shutting out a lot of the audience, but it depends what you want.
Mark Shellard's asking, does anyone know if Gross did a live stream last night? No idea, mate.
on Saturday.
Hmm.
Doesn't do Saturday streams. Does Chris? Does he?
Yeah, he usually does a Saturday midnight gaming stream.
Oh,
doesn't
there does. That's right. Ooh, I don't know actually. I can't remember. I
he? I
think
didn't get a notification, put it that way.
no. Have a look on the channel. It'll be there if he's done it. It'll be there as a video. Model Maker Days Workshop says I use my Samsung J3 and that works fine for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some really good cameras on Android phones. I just don't know. I've never had an Android phone, so I do not know. I can only speak to iPhones. But the thing I really loved about my iPhone before I got the Filmic app, because I know nothing about cameras, I don't know anything about settings and stuff, was it literally was almost point and click.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be working here, click on the screen to lock the focus and exposure, because that's what I had to do at the time. Film, transfer it to the PC by just literally clicking and dragging it, done.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when I first started filming, it was an old 480p JVC video camera, and it was a right nightmare because it recorded to its card. Then you had to have the adapter, put the card in, transfer it over. Then I had to convert it from, I think, was it WAV or MOV over to some other format.
MOV, yeah.
Really? It was a ball ache, it really was. And
that's the thing with a smartphone. Again, I can't speak to Android, I've no idea. But with a smartphone, it really is just, all I do is I have a USB to Lightning charging cable that's like 30 foot long.
Yeah.
Or maybe 10 foot, I don't know, many meters long, and that's trailed around. And all I do is literally film the footage, plug in the Lightning charging cable, that's connected to the PC via USB, open up File Explorer and just go drag. That's it. That's my entire transfer process. And it's a 32 gig phone, so I'm not going to fill it up with footage anytime soon. I mean, with Filmic Pro, with the app I use, you do have to transfer footage from the camera app to the camera roll.
Yeah.
Because you can't transfer straight from Filmic. So you do it, but that's the same with any professional camera app, because it's a professional camera app. It's got loads of settings that are like basically science.
Yeah, witchcraft and tomfoolery, mate.
Well, it's designed so that the same app can be used on professional proper camera equipment.
Yeah.
So it can be used on anything from a mobile phone to a red camera, basically. You know, a 4K red $150,000 movie camera. So it's the same app, but it gives you so much more control. So, but yeah,
it does what it says on the tin, mate.
Exactly. But if all you've got is a webcam, not a problem. Like I say, if you've got, say, Slobs or OBS, you can record in that. You can record in the Windows camera app. I think it's just called camera.
Yeah.
Just hit your Windows key and type camera. It'll be there. It's not brilliant, but it's all right.
It's functional.
Yeah. Or, you could always, if absolutely desperate, you could always do a private, because you've got a webcam, do a private live stream on YouTube and then download it.
Yeah.
But that's a long drawn out way of doing it. But like I say, most people have a smartphone, and most people have the older smartphone they upgraded the last one from. So if you've still got your old one, if you still got your old smartphone from a couple of years ago, that is a camera right there. You don't even need to put your SIM card in.
No, that's right. Mine literally, that iPhone 6, all it ever does is my YouTube videos. That's it.
Yeah, same with the SE 2020. Because my actual phone is an iPhone 7.
Yeah. Which
is better than because the SE 2020 is the budget phone version of the iPhones. That's why I bought it. I didn't need to use it as a phone. So Dan says he does have an older phone he can try. I'm an Android user, so the process would be different.
Yeah.
Risdam Design says my iPhone 11 Max Pro is awesome for recording videos also.
Yeah.
The only thing to be aware of is if you're using a smartphone, please don't depend on the built-in microphone, whether it's Android or iPhone, because they're incredibly directional and you have to get quite close to them, so you'll find yourself shouting a lot. My early videos for the first couple of years, I was using the microphone on the iPhone. That's why I talked really loud.
Get one of them.
Yeah.
And wear it upside down. That's what I do.
I think both
have it upside down because you don't blow in the microphone then.
Yeah, it's called a lavalier mic.
Yeah.
I've got one in my Amazon store. I think Colin's got one in his.
Yeah.
I've got a Boya, B-O-Y-A. Go on Amazon, just look up Boya lavalier camera mic.
And that's
they're like
it.
15 quid. Except the problem is, however, slight problem, That's fine if you've got an Android phone. If you've got an iPhone, it ain't going to work because there's no headphone socket anymore.
That one is.
What's that? What iPhone's that?
That's iPhone 6.
I think that was the last one to have one, wasn't it?
Yeah. But you can get an adapter that goes in the modern ones in the lightning port that takes the mains cable and the earphone cable, and you can use that.
Yeah, it looks like one of those.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, because I found my iPhone 5 had a headphone socket, but when they disabled the iPhone headphone socket in iPhone 7, they also disabled them in older models. My headphone socket suddenly stopped working. Yeah. So if you've got a phone with a headphone socket that you can plug a microphone into, get a lavalier mic like that. They're like 15 quid. Make sure it's specifically for cameras and smartphones. If you want to spend the money though, get yourself a proper microphone. When I record, right now I've got my Yeti Blue microphone over there. And that's going into the PC. It's a live stream, so it picks up the audio. When I'm recording, if I wanted to record audio, when I record normally in filming, I don't have any audio. I do voiceover later. But if I wanted to... Yep, that's the Yeti. But if I wanted to be talking and doing stuff at the same time, which I do sometimes, I actually connect the Yeti to the PC because it's USB, and I record the microphone audio separate from the video.
Yeah.
So the video might be recorded on my iPhone, but I ignore the microphone on that. And then the audio is recorded in something free like Audacity through the big microphone. And all you do is you have to sync them up. And that's why whenever you see someone do a video, the first thing they do is go like this.
Yeah.
Because that's, you look on the audio trace for the spike where you clap your hands, and that's how you sync the audio up to the video.
Hence the phrase clapperboard.
Yep, it was when I started doing that I suddenly understood what a clapperboard was actually for.
Yeah.
Bizarrely. I had no idea why they had the clapperboard. And when I was like, how am I going to make the audio? It's, oh.
Yeah.
There you go.
I normally do a clap or I'll do a thumbs up for coming in and a wave for coming out.
Yeah, but that doesn't give you audio sync though. You need a...
I'm on about editing, but yeah, I know what you mean.
For editing, yeah, for editing, so you know where it starts and stops. But yeah, but that's so if you look at my my raw footage, it always starts with me going, and I just sync up when my two hands meet and the clap sound on the audio track. That's how you do it. Some people have like a little buzzer where they press a button and there's a buzz and a light. You can do it that way as well. I think Adam Savage has a buzzer. It's literally a box with a button. You press it and it buzzes and a light turns on.
Oh right, yeah.
It just goes bzz, and that's how you do the same thing. You track the audio to the video. So a lot of people don't realise that, but you can record the audio separately.
Oh yeah, all my audio now on my videos I do as a voiceover.
Yeah.
Just because of the way I film now, so.
Yeah.
Because I just leave the camera on because I don't know when I'm going to develop the shakes or twitches, so I just leave it going. And then I cobble down all the footage into manageable segments, sit and voice over the whole shebang then.
Well, that's the thing. That's why Filmic was no good for you because you were filming for long periods, and of course it is going to make the phone hot because it's running Filmic, which is CPU intensive. So
yeah.
So, but you know, the native built-in camera app isn't quite as CPU processor intensive, so it's not going to get as hot. It's great for me because I record a minute at a time, so it's fine. Yeah. But Mopar Nut 62 is in.
Hello, Mopar Nut. How you doing, mate?
Well, welcome, dude. Angus Allett has the most important comment of the whole chat.
Oh, go on.
He said, I was going to do an Australian accent then, but I won't because it says, my missus just put a pack of Tim Tams in the fridge. Snack time.
Good man.
Oh, are you going to do the Tim Tam slam? Do it. Do it. Oh, I never thought of doing a cold Tim Tam into hot coffee. Oh, I'll have to get some Tim Tams. Mark Shellard's in. Hi, everyone again in chat.
Hello, Mark.
Rise Dam says, iMovie on my iMac is okay, but not easy. How to upload onto YouTube now?
Yeah.
iMovie's not great. It's all right, but it's not great. I use a program called Movavi, Movavi. It's not free. It's about 45 quid. It's not free, but it's not the most complex thing in the world. It's not super advanced. It's not like Adobe Premiere or Sony Vegas or anything, but it's good enough. It's good enough.
Well, you can always use another one which is open source, which is a full photo suite and video editing suite, and that's DaVinci Resolve.
Assuming it works on Mac now. I don't know if
Yeah, you get it for Mac and Windows,
Good.
and it is all singing, all dancing, fully functional, full blown. It's like Premiere Pro and After Effects rolled into one. It really is a very complex piece of kit.
Yeah, see, that sounds good, because Movavi is good for editing. It's got a small library of special effects and stuff, but it's not like anywhere near Sony Vegas with all its super duper duper effects and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't need lots of special effects. I just want to be able to edit the video and
Absolutely.
cut it down, so. It's got a few bits and bobs. It's got enough little bits and bobs that I need.
I mean, I'm lucky. I've still got my Adobe license from when I had my workshop, but
Oh yeah.
it's one of those. But DaVinci Resolve I've been playing with quite a lot lately, and yeah, it is. It's very feature rich. It really is.
Cool. I'll have a look at that. Dad clarifies that Chris didn't do a stream. And Candygram says he thinks that Katie was home from school and there wasn't going to be a Gross Models live stream. And Gemma's in. Hey, Gemma. And Gemma says Chris didn't stream as was too tired and he's not streaming tonight as we've been visiting Katie in Bristol.
Oh.
Yeah, because she's gone to uni now. Katie's gone to uni. So he's been a bit blubby all week, Chris.
Yeah.
He's been a bit emotional, hasn't he? Because his little girl's gone to university. He says to me, he says that, yeah, she's gone now and there was some blubbing. And I said, yeah, I know, but at least Gemma wasn't crying, though.
Yeah, H was the same when my two boys went off.
Yeah.
You know, it was proper mum tears, you know. And
yeah. Oh, no, this was just Chris doing the mum tears.
Oh, was it? Oh, bless him.
Because I joked and said, I bet Gemma was upset too, though. So, yeah, she's gone off to university now.
Blimey.
Hi, Gemma.
I mean, grow up quick.
Hi, Gemma. Hope you're doing well. That's okay. Make sure Chris takes it easy, says Mark. So it's not to say that you have the clap lens, says Ninja, about me doing that.
See what he did there, Ross.
Gemma says, early days. She's only been there a week, but she seems to be enjoying it. There's a student bar. She'll be enjoying it.
Oh, yeah.
She's still settling into her new accommodation. There's a student bar. She'll be enjoying it.
Yeah.
My friend... many years ago, one of my friends was at Manchester University, and I was never a student. I never went to uni, but they managed to get me in the student union bar once. I don't know how they got me in because it was obviously you have to have a student union card to get in. She managed to get me in as a +1, I think.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, you're telling me there's a bar where a beer is £1? This is the day when a pint was like £3. It's like, I need to get a student union card.
Yeah.
Never did. I bet she's going to have a great time. I bet Chris is going to be the one with the adjustment issue, says Dan. Oh, too true. You'll be doing all the blubbing.
Yeah, it's nice to see your kids go off and do it, but you do worry about them. No matter how old your kids are, they will always be your children.
Yeah. What am I doing now? I think I might be about to make... This might be the final Space Marine.
Oh, mate, I am impressed.
Well, no, because then I've got 40 Poxwalkers to make.
Oh, yeah, but I'm proud of you, soldier. So if you hadn't built all them dudes like you did in them 2 streams, mate, you really have impressed yourself.
Yeah, but I've only built 1 dude so far today. But that's because I'm having a good time and I'm doing the talking and stuff. So
yeah, but you know, it's
basically Dad's fault.
Yeah, it's Dad's fault. If his router hadn't have gone pop, you would have built more, wouldn't you? That's what you're saying.
He'd been doing all the talking for us today. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, TLDR of all that conversation was, you can buy yourself an expensive camera, but if you're just starting out, I wouldn't bother.
Yeah.
It's actually cheaper to buy a smartphone, but even then, you've probably got an old one you can use anyway. Just while you're starting out, before you start investing money in a YouTube channel, just see if it works first. When you start getting the views and the community building up, then you can start investing in your equipment.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you think, you know, you sit there and price up what you've got round the bench. It's quite scary, isn't it?
Oh, God, yeah. Well, that's why I don't do that deliberately, because but I'll tell you, it's when your camera goes ping, it's a godsend that Argos is a thing that exists.
Oh,
I couldn't afford it. I wouldn't have been able to afford a new phone.
I mean, it's like anything. I often get asked by people that are just starting out, You know, or what would you say is the best thing? Well, you know, a decent webcam, decent microphone, but mate, lighting all the way. You've got to have good lighting.
Oh yeah, if you, especially stuff like this, you need lighting. You can have the best webcam in the world. By the way, the Logitech C920 is probably still the best one. The C920 or 22, is it?
That one there's a 922 that I'm using there.
Yeah.
But it is nice. But lighting,
you can have the nicest webcam in the world, but like
more lighting.
This looks nice. Yep. More lighting.
There's another light just here.
Exactly.
You can never have too much.
Yep. So, for example, you know, if you've got one light and you've got a really nice webcam, this is the C920, right? If I had just one desk lamp, I'll show you what it would look like. If I had just one desk lamp,
yeah,
that's what you'd see. And you can't really tell probably, but it'll be really grainy because there's not a lot of information coming into the camera. So if I turn on my second lamp and my third lamp and then my fourth lamp and my 2 overhead strips, now you've got the light.
Yeah.
The golden rule of any camera is get as much light into the lens as possible, into the iris. That's the whole point. Especially with digital cameras in low light, if you film like on your smartphone outside at dark, everything's grainy and it's all smushy and horrible because there's not a lot of information coming into the camera.
Yeah, the camera has to work harder, doesn't it?
Yeah. So if you've got one lamp, you can have all the high settings on your webcam, but it's still going to look a bit garbagey. So you want as much as possible. I've got 4 Viltrox fill lights, which are about 40 quid each. It's these little things. I can't really move it to show you on camera, but I don't want to move the camera. Can I move it?
Rise them Design saying to Ross, yeah, it's on my channel. I believe Interview Modelers, Colin's been on there. Yeah, I got interviewed by Josh. He had someone let him down at the last minute and asked me whether I would do it, and I was more than happy to do so. And put yourself forward, Ross. Get yourself interviewed, mate. Let's people get to know you.
Gemma says about Katie going to university. Thanks everyone, we're both adjusting. Chris has work to go to. Luckily, I just have myself to chat to. I may go crazy. That's where Skyrim comes in, Gem. Skyrim.
I'm yet to play that in anger.
4. Yeah, get yourself Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 and Skyrim and you'll be sweet. You won't need Chris. You won't even notice he's gone. Max says, Fox, you're so young. A pint in the bar in Stirling Uni was 45p in my day. Wow. Risedam says bye. I guess Risedam's off. Take care, matey.
See you later, Josh. Well, there you go, mate.
All right. Oh, he says it earlier on. Bye, everyone. I've got to go and get ready for my interview today. I missed that comment. Good luck in your interview, buddy. Good luck.
Yeah, he interviews modelers in the community on his channel. And it's...
Yeah. Candy Graham says I've got 2. Yeah.
Sorry, mate.
Because you're a ledge. Candygram says he's got 2 of the Viltrox lamps. They are really nice. They are. I was trying to see if I get this one in shot, but I can't really get it in shot without. It's one of. I can't get it in shot. They're in my Amazon store. I think you've got them in yours as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
Like 45 quid. They're really nice fill lights. He says make sure you get the one with the battery or the one with the wall adapter. Yeah, I get the one with the wall adapter because I don't need the battery. So.
Yeah.
And just well, I got the one with no battery and no adapter. I've got a power adapter separately. But yeah, they're just great little fill lights. They're LEDs and they're daylight.
What I like about these as well is I can adjust the brightness, but also they come with a load of different filters as well that I can put in them for different light effects.
What ones have you got?
Newers. Neewer. But yeah, they got like the full up-down spectrum, but then they got all the soft light filters that you can put in, and yeah,
they're good. Newers are good.
They really are a nice set, and I was lucky. I got them on a lightning deal on Amazon.
Oh yeah.
And I think I got both lights for about 20 quid with boom arms, remote controls, the lot.
Boom
so
arms. That's good.
Boom arms, because you can't have too many boom arms.
Boom! Yeah. There it is.
Have a spider pig as well.
Yeah. I mean, I only got these Viltrox lights 100% literally because the craftsman uses them, and he says these are the lights I use now. I'll buy them because I didn't know what I was looking for. I was looking for lights. And when Craftsman said, this is what I use, I'm like, I need to get those lights.
Yeah.
And I looked up the camera he uses, and I'm like, I'd need to get a mortgage. So I didn't get that camera.
Yeah. Nigel's modelling bench. I was chatting to him one day, and he was on about just changing over to a camera setup. I said, "Oh, I'll ping you a link over." And there's me thinking, "Yeah, no worries, I'll have a look." And it was like, "Yeah, 900 quid." So, I'll be getting one of them,
No. Yeah.
But then, you know, he has got about 15,000 subs, so yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Little old Festa on his 1,100 subs. It's like, yeah, wait.
So I mean, you know, I could theoretically I could save up and get myself a big expensive spanky camera, and it would be justified, you know.
Yeah.
But you have to keep in mind, for me, I hate filming.
Yeah.
I actually hate the process of filming. I'm a model painter. I'm a modeler. I like to paint models. The process of setting up the camera and filming and doing the audio, I hate it. It's not what I want to do. I don't really mind the editing so much, but again, I hate doing that. But in an ideal world, I'd make enough off YouTube that I could just hire someone to do the editing and the camera work.
Yeah.
A bit like Duncan with Mark. Is it Mark? His producer / mate who does all the filming. And I hate having to set everything up so that what I'm about to paint is in focus. Whereas I just want to paint it. I don't want to worry whether the shot's in focus. I just need to paint it. But I can't. So to get a proper professional camera would mean farting about with focal lengths and exposures. No, I'm not a cameraman.
No.
My dad will be spinning in his grave right now because he was a cameraman.
Yeah.
But I have no knowledge of exposure or focus. No, I just need to point and click.
Yeah.
And although it's not quite point and click with the Filmic app, it's as close as I can get to idiot proof. It took some figuring out, but
yeah, it's good enough.
I know what I'm doing now. I've got the settings exactly right. I can dial them in 2 minutes and I'm gone. I'm done. So I finished a dude.
Oh, proud of you, soldier.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, look at him.
Do I get a cookie now?
You do. You get to go full screen and do a dude dance.
Well, although to be fair, I haven't drilled this barrel out yet.
Shock horror.
But I've got that barrel to drill out as well because I forgot that as well. So
yeah, no, you can have that. I'm impressed, mate. Proud of you, mate.
Sarah Jane is in, I think. Yes, there we are. Fox is a youngster, but he was born. Fox is a youngster, but he was born thinking he was 40. I'm 50 this year, so I'm not that much of a youngster.
I know. The big 50, mate.
Don't bother me. Don't bother me at all.
It is only a number.
The only reason I'm grumpy that I'm 50 is that I haven't got white hair, which is rubbish.
Yeah, you have, since I've known you, always wanted white hair and a white beard.
The thing is, if you've got white hair, you can grow a big Darwin-style, Irving Finkel-style beard.
Yeah.
You can get a proper big flumpy bit, and it looks great. If you've got not white hair, and you grow a beard like that, you look like a hobo.
Yeah.
So, or I look like a hobo. So it's like, I want a beard. I want white hair so I can have a beard, big beard.
It's a wibble.
No, just a fact. Not really a wibble.
No, you're thinking of it. It's like, oh.
You can't really wibble at nature because you can't really do anything about it.
No, you can't do anything about it, mate.
You can only wibble about something that you could potentially write to the Daily Mail about if you're a middle class.
Yeah.
If a middle class ponce could write to Daily Mail about it, then you can wibble about it. If it's nature, you just take your knocks. Shut up.
Yeah, you can't argue with Mother Nature.
You and me both, Fox, we're birthday buddies. Yay, what you getting me? Sarah Jane says, not here for long. Not here for long. Naff day and have to change dressing soon, but got motorsport later. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Sarah Jane. Well, and hopefully you get to watch some enjoyable motorsportings. Is that going to be, is it NASCAR or something? I don't know.
NASCAR, there's Formula 1 and MotoGP on today.
NASCAR or turn left fastly, as they like to call it.
Yeah, go round in big circles and make lots of noise. Good fun, mate.
Big circles. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. I hope you feel a bit better, though. I mean, hope you have a bit of a better evening than you have a day so far. But thank you for stopping by.
Yeah.
If you get a Viltrox with a battery, you can still use a separate adapter with it, but the battery ones normally don't have an included wall adapter. The one I got literally had neither battery nor wall adapter. That's why it's only 45 quid. But yeah, these Viltrox lights, they've got a battery slot. So if you want to, you can literally attach one to if you've got a camera, you can literally screw it to the top of the camera, stick a battery in.
Right, yeah.
Because it's got a standard camera
mount,
camera mount thread thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most excellent. The big thing I'm looking for at the minute is like I can show you it actually because I can take a photograph of it. I'm an idiot. Let me take a photograph. The one thing I need and that I can't find anywhere. See if we can get a decent picture of it. Hang on. Ooh, falling over. The one thing I need is one of these. It's this thing here.
Oh, right,
This thing. It's a claw like that that holds a webcam or my smartphone. But the one I want has a ball joint here, 360 ball joint.
Yeah.
And then the metal rod that goes into this. This is an angle poise lamp kind of boom arm.
Yeah.
And it just slots in that thread. I can't find these anywhere.
Oh.
I can't find the one that I bought. I bought 3 or 4 of these. The one that I got is just no longer available on Amazon, and I cannot find these claw adapters anywhere without actually buying the boom arm.
Yeah.
I'm drowning in boom arms.
Yeah, I've got them everywhere.
Yeah, in my store there's like a boom arm with this adapter, this claw grip on the end. But the thing is, the ones I've had, all of them apart from this one have broken. They've snapped.
Yeah.
So if this claw grip snaps, I'm knackered. I've got nothing to mount my phone or webcam to. So I'm a bit panicky at the minute because if it does break, I'm absolutely knackered.
Yeah, you're not going to have a way of,
I've got nothing to mount my camera to, so that will be a pain. So I've been trying to find some, but yeah, you can get them, but they tend to have like suckery things on the end because you're supposed to mount it on your car dashboard or something.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's about as much use as a chocolate teapot, isn't it?
Yeah. So Max says, very little hair on my head at 60, but I have magnificent silver hair on my chest like a gorilla. But in reverse because it's a silver back, isn't it?
Yeah.
Turn round fast and make lots of noise. Is that Dad on prunes?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're not
Does Dad do
wrong.
fast? Can Dad do fast?
Oh yeah, he did during Prune Gate, mate. Oh, could that bloke run?
Yeah, well, yeah. I suppose that would be a situation where he can do fast.
Oh yeah, he would, mate. Usain Bolt, gone.
That was the name I was trying to think of and couldn't think of it.
Yeah. But didn't even say I'll be back in a bit, folks. He was gone. He could have lit a fag on his door hinge, mate.
Paul Di Tommaso says, Fox, you get the same thing I got on my birthday this past Friday. Nothing.
Yeah.
Happy birthday there, Paul. I think we knew it was your birthday, didn't we? Said on Friday.
Yes, said on Friday it was his birthday.
Yeah. I don't think I'll get anything on my birthday this year.
Oh.
Well,
I'm welling up already now.
Well, Mama Foxx is poorly sick, isn't she? So.
Oh dear.
Although I have to say, when I went to see her in hospital earlier on, opened up her iPad and there was the Amazon app. I'm like, don't you be buying some stuff? Oh.
Yeah.
Don't you buy? The other day she was, well, not the other day, a few weeks ago she said, you know, we used to have the Christmas tree in the living room that's been there for like 8 or 9 years because we just put it up and couldn't be asked taking it down again.
Yeah.
It took up the whole back end of the room and we had to make some space for stuff, you know, when Mum was in hospital.
Yeah.
And it's like, right, I'm just taking it down and taking it to the dump because we don't need a Christmas tree. It's just rubbish. It's taking up space and we need space for, you know, your bits and bobs. So took it down and I says, what we'll do is if we ever need a Christmas tree, we'll just get a little one we can put on the shelf or on top of the telly or something, just a little, that we can, it's like, you know, a foot long.
Yeah.
So I look on Amazon the other day and she's been looking up like 6 foot tall Christmas trees. I'm like, no, which bit about there's nowhere to put it do you not get?
Yeah, which part about we don't need the big tree anymore, Mum?
Yeah. She went, it's only little. I said, no, it's only little. The other one was 6 foot tall and that we never took it down because it was an industrial process to disassemble it. So don't be buying don't you even think about buying a Christmas tree.
Oh, bless her. She's brilliant.
Yeah, I was like, literally, if we get one, it's going to be a foot tall and he literally unfolds like an umbrella and that's your lot.
Yeah, you know it isn't though, don't you? You know it's going to turn out. to be a super massive thing.
Yeah, I said fibre optic thing with it's just made of the fibre optics that are also the lights. That's fine. No. She has her moments. Sometimes I rue the day I actually showed her how to use Amazon.
Yeah.
I think it was the worst decision I ever made. Bless her.
Yeah, you sit there and you think, why on earth did I think showing them that would be a good idea?
The goggles, they do nothing. Yeah. But hey, it makes her happy.
That's the key, mate, if it makes Mum happy.
Yep. Although I've lost count of the number of things in drawers that have never been used because they're absolutely useless junk.
Sarah Jane says that prune story is older than the Bible stories. Yeah, but don't forget, Dad is very old. Angus Allen's going to be 50 in January.
Ooh, just after me.
Yeah.
Fox, 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 your GP will have a nice present for you. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We know all about that.
Yes, you're at that age now.
Thing is, us modelers, we can actually take our own gloves with us. There you go, Doc. Use one of mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've learned visiting Mama Foxx in the last few days. I've learned something, because you have to put on PPE when you go in.
Yeah.
Because she's in like a recovery place where it's all old people, so you have to put on gloves and an apron. I wear a mask anyway by default, but
yeah.
The one thing I've learned is it's impossible to tie a knot round your back in the little disposable apron when you've got gloves on.
Oh, right, yeah.
I mean, I can't tie a knot round the back of myself anyway. I really can't do it. I don't know how people do it, but I can just about do it fumbling around. But trying to do that with gloves, absolutely impossible. Trying to tie a bow behind your back with no, you can't. I don't understand.
It can't be done.
It's not possible. Actual modelling question. Oh God, here we go.
Oh no! What are we going to do?
If I use an acrylic varnish, can I use enamel washes on top of them? Absolutely, you can. Because acrylic enamels and oils don't use the same thinners. So if you're going to be doing any kind of enamel or oil paint weathering and washes, absolutely use an acrylic varnish on the model first if you need to use a varnish. Acrylic varnishes are activated by alcohols, and oils and enamels are activated by mineral spirits or turpentine, that kind of thing.
Oh, right, yeah.
Mineral spirits, petrochemical stuff, but not by alcohol. So oils and enamels share the same thinners. You can use oil paint thinners with enamels. You can use lighter fluid with oils or enamels. You can use turpentine or white spirits. The Americans call them mineral spirits.
Yeah.
But you know, you could take a model painted in acrylic paint and dunk it in mineral spirits and it wouldn't have any effect. So that absolutely, if you're going to be doing any weathering with enamels and oils, get an acrylic coat on there. Now, you don't have to. It should be pointed out. There's three things you can do. If you're doing, say, enamel or oil washes, you can control the surface they're going on depending on what you want to happen.
Yeah.
If you want to do pin washes where you want to get some thinned enamel or oil paint into the little panel lines, so it flows down panel lines, then you can do a gloss varnish, because that will make it smooth, and when you touch the paint, the thinned paint, it'll run down the panel line and along the edges. It'll go like that. You can use a gloss varnish for that. If you want to do, say, a gunk wash where you cover it in oil paint and rub it off, you could do a gloss varnish and most of the paint will come off and just stay in the corners and recesses.
Yeah.
But you can do it with a matte varnish. The only difference being the matte varnish is a rougher surface, so when you put the paint on there, if you cover it in oil paint and rub it off, it'll stain it more because some of the paint will be captured in the matte varnish, so you get a slightly more grubby look. So if that was painted white, and I got and so let's say with some surface detail on it, and I covered it in oil paint and then wiped it off and had a gloss varnish, it would just stay in the recesses. If I did it in a matte varnish, and then covered it in paint and wiped it off, it would stay in the recesses, but the white would now be a little bit tinted by the paint because some of the paint would stay in the flat surfaces because it's a rougher texture.
Yeah, yeah.
However, what people don't know is if you're doing, especially enamel paint, if you're doing like enamel washes or oil dot filters, you don't actually have to varnish the model. Because some people like to put a satin varnish on the model to get somewhere between matte, which is rough and textured, and gloss, which is smooth. You don't actually have to varnish the model. If you've painted a model in acrylic paints and you want to do... if you do a pin wash, by the way, on a matte surface, it will probably still work. It won't flow as much, and it might soften out. It might kind of spooge out around the edges a bit.
Yeah.
Go a bit fuzzy around the edges, which can work really well for some effects.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the last few models I've done. When I've done the enamel paint weathering, I haven't actually varnished it because you don't need to.
Ooh.
I've done things like the last Lehman Russ I did. I painted it all up, all in Citadel paints.
Yeah.
Didn't varnish it. I didn't varnish it. I put the decals on with no varnish.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely fine. And then I got my enamel streaking grimes, the ammo ones, and just painted them around all the panel lines and edges, but not carefully. Like literally, I just get the brush and go along the panel line.
Yeah, slabber it on
10 minutes. Yeah, gave it 10 minutes and just rubbed it off with a cotton bud to get all the excess away. And it left the panel line filled and a nice dark stain around the panel line, but that faded away.
Yeah.
And it doesn't damage the paint because, again, enamels and oils won't reactivate acrylic paints.
No, that's right, yeah. And it works a treat.
Yep. So you can do it with gloss varnishes if you want to keep the surface clean. We'll go in the recess. Do it with a matte varnish if you really want to capture some some tint on the surface. If you want it to look really dirty, but leaving the paint unvarnished is both lazy and also like a middle ground, because usually if you brush painted something, those acrylic paints will be like a satin finish. Yeah. Usually, if you've airbrushed, you've got to be a bit more careful because that layer of paint will be thinner and you might do more damage. So you've got to use your cotton buds gently, but you don't actually have to varnish.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to decals, I found you don't have to varnish, but only with Bandai and Games Workshop decals and Cartograph decals.
Yeah.
I don't know about others. Your mileage may vary depending on how good the decals are.
Yeah, with me, with decals, just a force of habit, because if I need to matte it down, I'll just go back over it with a matte varnish.
Yeah.
But,
with me, it's just me being lazy and always trying to find the easiest way. I suddenly, can I weather this tank without actually putting varnish? Oh, yes, there you go.
Yeah. And of course, we do have our infamous Starship filth.
Of course, yes.
You know, you've got to have Starship filth.
Oh, yeah. But it's great. No, I first tried that when I did that little KV2 Toon Tank free models one year. I was like, I just need to get it done. We've finished the stream now. I'm like, right, I'm kind of bored of it now. I need to get it done.
Yeah, get it done and out of the way.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and varnish it and then do all the powders and pigments and streaking grams. I'll just do them. And it was fine. It was absolutely fine. Because they're not going to reactivate the paint. And the most you're going to do is gently rub them off with a cotton bud or a cloth.
Absolutely.
As long as you're not scraping and scratching, you're not going to damage the paint. So, it's fine.
And if you do scratch the paint, it just adds to the weathering effect.
Yep. Let's have a look. Panzer says, yes, Mac, assuming it's not MIG ammo. Yeah, I mean, MIG ammo acrylics shouldn't be reactivated by oils or in enamels, but they are very delicate and you can easily remove them. So
yeah.
And I assume it means the varnishes. Again, the ammo varnishes, they're a bit
fragile.
Yeah, they're a bit snowflakey. They're not that great. If I'm going to say it, I'm going to say it.
Yeah, might as well say
it. Not that durable. The paints or the varnishes. But they'll still. They shouldn't be affected by enamels or oils because again, it's totally different thinners. What you wouldn't want to do is paint your model in beautiful acrylic paints and then take some acrylic thinners like alcohol and put a little bit of paint in and make a black wash and then slather that all over the model. Because that will just react. Yeah, that will probably just reactivate all the paint because you're washing it in thinners that might not, but it probably will. If you were going to use acrylic paint-based washes over a model that you wanted to varnish first, you'd probably have to varnish it in something that wasn't acrylic, like a lacquer varnish, but then you're risking putting lacquers on top of acrylics. So it's best to stick. That's why it's best to stick to weathering, to stick to oils and enamels, because you've got acrylic paints with an acrylic varnish and then a neutral weathering thing over the top. So, but apart from that, anyway, you wouldn't want to wash with an acrylic wash. I mean, I don't mean like shades on this kind of thing. I mean like when you're doing a vehicle or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Shades on miniatures is a whole different thing. Don't worry about that. But
whole new ball game, innit?
Yeah, because when you do a shade on you do a wash on a miniature like a shade, you're actually painting over that once you've done it anyway. But if you've done all your painting and you're doing like a wash for weathering, that's when you really want to stick to enamels and oils anyway. So, because you can rub them away and clean them up. Right, that's him done. So that's all the Space Marines in this box set done, I think.
Fox has done another dude. I am so proud of you, mate.
Now, the thing is, right, I've built... How many have I built? I've built 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 9 of them. That's rubbish. Anyway, I've built... What have I built? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here's 9. I built 9 Plague Marines. Okay, let's go through the pages. This page, 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 and that bit is 9 Space Marines.
I'm impressed.
However, this bit and this bit, that's 40 Poxwalkers.
Oh,
because it's times 3, times 3, times 3.
Yeah. Oh no.
So like it's like 7 or 8 pages for 9 dudes, and then 1 page for 40 dudes.
Yeah, has your heart
Actually,
just
no, it's 6.
gone into your throat? It has, hasn't it?
Actually, hang on. It's 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 9, 21, 22, 24, 27, 28, 30. 30 Poxwalkers. I take it back.
Yeah, yeah. I can sense the whimper coming.
Oh, Wendy's in chat.
Hello, Wendy.
Wendy.
You all right, darling?
Hey, Wendy. How you doing?
Oh,
Big hugs to Wendy.
got me tablet back
I wasn't
on.
paying
'Cause
attention. I wasn't paying attention to chat, so Dad just texted me to let me know Wendy was in. Thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
Wendy
Wendy says
Hicks.
she's... Go on.
Oh yeah, Sarah Jane says, "Fox, stop yakking." Wendy's in chat. Wendy says she's got 3 jumping spiders, so cute, and they wave at you. I like jumping spiders.
Oh,
Are they the little UK black and white ones, the little tiny ones, or are they like the little Brazilian ones with all the coloured bits on them?
Yeah.
Or are they some other kind of nightmare fuel I don't know about? Yeah.
Oh, bless him.
I do like the little, the little black and white ones you get in the garden.
Yeah.
Because if you put your finger near them and move the finger towards them, they kind of go, get off, start attacking you.
Yeah.
Like, get off.
Yeah, you leave me alone. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like they don't run away, they actually run towards you. Get you some of that.
Get you some of that. I wonder where you got that from. It's in your head, isn't it, that one?
Get you one of them.
Get you some of that.
Right, I can put those sprues away now. But look at all these spare parts I've got from all these Death Guard. Loads of them.
Oh, mate, you're on a roll.
If I wanted to build more Death Guard, of course. Not that I do. The irony is, when it comes to actually, I've been trying to build up an army for years.
Yeah.
And I've got little bits and bobs of things and some bits here. And by the time I get my act together, I'll actually probably have more Death Guard than anything else. I never even started planning to build a Death Guard army.
You're going to have more armies than I have, mate.
Sarah Jane tells Dad to give me a warning.
Oh, is he getting fined, is he, Sarah Jane?
Oh, God damn it. How can I get fined on my own stream? That's not how it works. God damn it. Hey, and hang on a minute.
Handbrake's just been applied.
Can I just point out that this is a... At what point is Colin not a co-host?
Oh, hold on a minute. You just said, how can I get fined on my own stream? Now it's Colin's a co-host, find him as well.
No, because then I just suddenly realised, hang on, it's not my own stream, it's our stream. So how come I'm getting told off for not noticing Wendy, for yakking?
Because you've been away for 8.5 weeks. You was talking and I was too polite to interrupt you, but I did try on multiple times to interject.
No. There's no proof of that.
There's no she also says she's been setting up new tarantula slings and some mantis. All takes time as they move very fast. You might have read that out, mightn't you?
I didn't see that one.
I did, Wendy. I got there in the end, darling.
You saw it now when you read it out.
Yeah.
Tarantula slings. That just sounds like that.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
Not a weapon. If that's not a weapon of some sort, it really needs to be.
Well, yeah, you can get squig sling, you can get tarantula sling now, mate.
I don't quite know why you want to sling a tarantula.
I think that this needs to be towing a squig pole.
How's it coming along? Let's have a look.
I've been working really slow today. Done wheels.
Have you?
I've done the tracks. Done a bit of the chassis.
The one way you can slow yourself down is just get obsessive about seam lines and gaps and stuff.
Absolutely.
Mold lines. I find that really helps me slow down.
Yeah.
Looking good though.
Yeah, we'll get there. Like I say, I've got to sand on my wheels yet and things, but
gentlemen, sand your wheels.
Absolutely.
I still say you should get half the blame though. As co-host.
Sarah Jane, are you going to find Fox for trying to blame Festa?
No. Because just because I didn't spot a comment, there's somebody else in the room.
Yeah, but you're trying to throw me under the bus to account for your own shortcomings. That's what you're trying to do.
No. I'm trying to drag you under the bus to join me because you also didn't notice the comments.
I was too polite to interrupt you. You was in full swing, mate. I wasn't going to stop you.
Now you say that, but that's just backpedaling. That is, for all we know, you didn't notice, and you're just as guilty as me. I see.
I think you need to. I think you need to be fined for that, and you're a double fine because you're trying to throw me under the bus as well.
God damn it!
he's getting his lip out. It's not fair for him to be fined.
I'm not coming here again.
Oh, lammerkins. I'll let Sarah Jane decide. She's the one who issues the fines.
Oh, Wendy explains that sling is short for spiderling. Oh, I like tarantulas. I've held a tarantula. It was enormous. It was like metallic silver. Bizarre. It was like a beautiful metallic silver, like it was lead belcher basically. Yeah. Metallic silver with orange knees.
Oh.
And I think it was just an orange kneed tarantula or something. And I'm not a big fan of spiders. I'll catch them and throw them out, but I don't like them. I don't like them in my house spiders and stuff. But I let this one sit in my hand. The guy put it in my hand and I was like, oh, because I've always liked big furry tarantulas because they're big and furry and they don't run at you like a house spider.
Yeah.
So I've never had anything bad about tarantulas. They're kind of cool. So I was like, go on, put it in my hand. And I was like, oh, and it was amazing because it weighed basically nothing.
Yeah.
So it was like a giant, it felt like in your hand you had a giant packing nut that weighed nothing. Yeah. And all you could feel was the ever so slightest sensation where its feet touched your hand. It was incredible. And it just sat there.
Pardon me.
Then I held a hissing cockroach and that wasn't anywhere near as cool.
That wasn't as much fun, no?
Nah. It was a big hissing cockroach and it hissed. Shut up. But I used to work at a cable company and they had a guy, an animal wrangler from Discovery, come one day with a load of animals and I don't know why. We just call centre staff. We didn't care. It was just an hour off the phone. I don't know how it really promoted. I think they said we could talk about the channel to people, but we didn't care. We just talked about phone bills.
Oh, right.
So he brought all these animals. So it was like he had the fruit bats and he had snakes and all kinds of stuff. It was great. I held everything. You're supposed to go in and you were allowed to hold one animal. You're supposed to, like, everybody gets a turn to go around and look at one of them. And I was like, no, I'm holding everything.
Yeah.
I didn't know you're supposed to do one at a time, so I just held everything. So I put it in my hand. I'll hold this, I'll hold that. The fruit bat was enormous.
Yeah.
you basically you held your arm out and it would just like hang off your arm. And when I put it on my arm, it flapped its wings a bit to get comfortable. Its like wingspan was like 100 feet. I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's enormous. So cool. You don't realise how big fruit bats actually are. It's like a dog with wings. But yeah, the tarantula was cool. Held the scorpion. That was quite interesting. That was like it was like the tarantula, but it didn't feel as light, and it was a bit more pointy in your hand with the feet.
Yeah, Banter says, technically, Fox, she got Dad to issue a warning, not a fine. The fine will probably be forthcoming for you trying to blame Colin. There you go, see?
I don't understand why you're immune from prosecution for the same act.
Why? Because out of the goodness of my heart, I've been doing streams on your channel to help out me friend, and you're trying to throw me under the bus. So it's not a very nice show of gratitude, is it, young man?
I don't know. Do you know what?
Yeah, the word stitch up is sprung into your mind, isn't it?
God damn it, there's a few words sprung into my mind. But one of them's still full English, so you're fairly safe.
Oh, right, yeah. Am I a steward of some kind?
I don't know.
Yeah, they're ganging up on you, mate. You might not want to look at chat.
There were 2 people in the building when it burnt to the ground, and Fox, it's completely your fault. Wait, what? Why didn't you put the fire out? What? I'm just making poxwalkers. Shut up.
Oh, bless him. He's not bitter, honest.
Like the Guinness, I'm not bitter. Sarah Jane says, I can't find as I'm not a mod, that's why I asked Dad, so his choice, but I second your comment, Colin.
Ah, there you go.
Let's have a look. What else we got going on? Spiderlings. I held a chili rose back about 10 years ago, the size of my hand. I assume that's a type of tarantula.
I can only assume so.
Snakes are really nice to handle. Their skin is like velvet, not slimy at all. Says, no, snakes are cool. I like snakes. I've had a few snakes round my neck in the past. Steady.
Bloody Neris.
But I'm not that kind of girl. I never get why some people think snakes are slimy. It's partly it's just built into us. A lot of the way the human brain is programmed is on an unconscious level, and it's to do with basically pattern recognition. So, for example, millions of years ago, when we were simpler creatures, if you saw something long and thin moving, then on an instinctive level, it could be a threat because it could be a predator, a snake.
Yeah.
So it's better to have the brain hardwired to see something long and thin and shadowy and dark and squiggly as a threat and make you panic, that you can then back off from it. If it's at the corner of your eye kind of thing, or if you detect that, it's better for you to treat it as a threat and back away than be curious and try and find out what it is before it actually bites you. So if you're a small creature and you live in heavily wooded or jungly areas and you see shadowy movements, it's better to instinctively think that might be a tiger and run than say, "Ooh, what's that in the bush? It might be a tiger, but it might not." So a lot of that primitive pattern recognition is still there. And it's the reason why, dark things that are fast moving, like a big spider on your carpet, you'll go, because it's instinctive.
Yeah, you see it, yeah.
Yeah, but that then ties into our modern brains, and so some people still have that natural aversion to snakes because it taps into that primitive, simple pattern recognition. It's kind of an instinctive level thing that simpler organisms will have, and we obviously came from that, so
absolutely,
to a certain degree, we've still got that. It's better to not know what something is and treat it as a threat than to sit there and try and figure out. Basically, the creature that went and had a look what the wiggly thing in the jungle was less likely to breed being dead than the one that ran away instinctively. So that became the dominant trait, and it then feeds into the rest of the human brain. And we put layers on top of that, so people now think snakes are evil and slimy.
It's like
That's
sharks,
why fluffy.
isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. That's why fluffy, cuddly things aren't a threat, but squiggly things that move fast are.
Yeah.
And we just add layers onto that about sliminess, and that's why people think snakes are evil. They're not evil. They're just snakes. They're just an organism.
I'm doing their thing, isn't they?
Snack. I mean, they are murder noodles, but that's not important.
Yeah, but again, it's only if they feel threatened or agitated, isn't it?
Yeah. So it just ties into that original way our brains used to work when we were simple, primates. It's quite interesting when you look into that kind of stuff. The foundations of our complex human brain.
Well, most of the time a diver gets attacked by a shark, it's because the shark thinks it's a sea lion or a seal, or whatever.
Yep.
Dinner, innit?
Yep. I mean, at the end of the day, an animal, there's no such thing as an evil animal, because the animal's just doing what the animal does, which is eat, survive, and breed. And either it sees you as food or it sees you as a threat, so it's going to react. Unless it's a kakapo, in which case it just sees you as, hello, I don't know what you are, but I love you. I'd blow my hand off with a shotgun if there was a bloody tarantula. Hang on, this is an Australian saying he'd be scared of a spider.
Yeah.
I'd be much less scared of a tarantula than I was if there was a huntsman on my hand. And I know huntsmen are harmless, but if I saw a huntsman on my desk, I'd be like, I'd be about 1.5 inches higher because of all the poop coming out.
It's the only country in the world where going to the toilet's dangerous, isn't it? You never know what's down the loo.
There's literally nothing in Australia that isn't there to kill you. It doesn't want to kill or maim you or make your day worse in some way. Oh, excuse me. Welcome to Human Psychology with Dr. Fox, PhD, MD, at DOS, ASAP, RSVP. It says Twisted Rail Hobbies.
Fox does science.
Candugram says, I went skin diving with black tip reef sharks in freshly chummed water, so to watch them eat close up. No danger.
Oh,
whatsoever.
nice.
I suppose it depends on the shark. Like, if it's like a dirty, great, big, great white, then yeah, that's probably not a good thing to do. If it's a smaller, less aggressive shark that doesn't normally eat something the size of a human, then, you probably found
Yeah, but you would still want to be in that cage within a cage within a cage, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Well, it's like, there's a lot of things that wouldn't necessarily attack a human, but they can still kill you. As what's his name found out, the Australian bloke with the stingray.
Oh, Steve Irwin.
Steve Irwin, that's the one. What you eating? What you eating? Tell me.
Beef crisps, mate.
Oh, beef crisps. Not chicken and mushroom crisps.
No, not chicken and mushroom. I covered that on the brunch as well. Pot noodle gate came out again.
Did you?
Yes, I pointed out to the world that beef and tomato is the only acceptable flavour.
Did you?
Yes.
Well, we'll just see about that.
Because you wasn't there to defend yourself.
Oh, I've defended myself. Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that, your pretty little head, about that. Don't you worry about that.
The healthy rivalry.
You're like, wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah. If that postman turns up with a chicken and mushroom, you know you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Me and Dave did say that we was going to send you a case of beef and tomato pot noodles up.
I'd say I don't mind the beef and tomato. They're just a bit too powdery for me. I prefer the green.
Oh, he's done another dude. You're good, you are.
I know. Yeah, it's not that I don't like the beef and tomato. I just think they're a bit too powdery. I prefer the chicken and mushroom. So I've got this block of turkey mince that I'm defrosting, yeah?
Yeah.
And I don't really know what I'm doing with it. I could do penne. I've got a load of penne pasta.
Yeah.
It's about this big, the block, which is far too much for me, but I'll probably eat a load of it and then I'll probably eat the rest tomorrow or something. I could do penne pasta. I've got penne pasta. I've got penne and I've got the twirlies. But I'm kind of thinking now, I really wish I had some spaghetti because I could make a sort of spaghetti with... I haven't got spaghetti. I really want spaghetti now. God damn it. I've got to make 3 of those. Oh, dear Lord. I've just done 1 and it's like, crap, I've got to make 3 of them. Why must they work like a dog? Okay, let's make 2 more of those then.
Yeah, you know you want to.
I do like the pox, but they are great fun to paint because they're all just made of pustules and sores and little horns and intestines.
Gooey stuff.
So that you can literally paint them with contrast paint. Just like slap it all over and mix it around live in like a minute.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then just do careful painting for like the clothing and equipment. But the fleshy stuff, you can just blap on a load of contrast paints and do it in like 2 minutes. It's good fun. It's like legally drawing with crayons.
Yeah.
It's like going to art college and saying, this week we're going to do a course in drawing with crayons with your eyes shut. Brilliant. Let's do that. Next week we'll do half a potato. Yes. Black tip reef shark are the super chill friendly members of the shark family. Are they more super chill than basking sharks though? Because they're pretty chill. I'd love to swim with a basking shark.
Oh, that would be cool, wouldn't it?
That'd be incredible. I can't actually swim, but I have been scuba diving twice.
I don't mind swimming. I do hydrotherapy, don't I, with me back, and it's lovely to be in water because you're in neutral buoyancy, but it's a bar steward even when you get out because gravity takes back over, doesn't it? So,
yeah. Well,
I like swimming.
I'm far too lazy to do swimming for fun because it's like running. Why would I want to run when I can just drive, or just not go anywhere? But I never learnt to swim. I've been to swimming pools and dawdled about, and I can float. I'm an Olympic level floater, but
yeah.
But yeah,
I love swimming, mate.
Well, we went to Tenerife one year, and my friend was a qualified rescue diver. And he said, "Yeah, we'll go for one of these little pleasure scuba. You know, like you go to and you go in, and they just show you, they take you out about half a mile and 30 foot down, and that's about it. Just like an amateur. They give you all the equipment and say, we'll just go and do a little pleasure dive."
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, I've never been diving before. I'll give it a go. And then for the whole day before, I was absolutely bricking myself because I'm like, I don't want to die. What if I die? I don't want to die. Dying's rubbish. My mate's like, just shut up. Don't panic.
It's so
we did
funny.
it. And it was 2 dives over 2 days. And the first one was just like a little, you go down, 20 foot and you poodle around a bit and then you come back up and that's it really. And the second day, they go down to about 30 foot. Yeah, about 30 foot. And you look at some creatures and you go around, you wander around for a bit. And it was really cool. It was amazing. It was some crazy Dutch dudes running it. Their equipment was shonky as hell. Like my wetsuit or dry suit, whatever, the feet were like falling apart.
Oh, right, yeah.
So I had my fins on, and then you had like the sock that goes round on your foot, the leg of the wetsuit, and that was all falling apart. I was about to like lean back off the rib into sea, but I said to the guy, "Should I inflate this vest around me?" And he went, "Yeah, you probably want to do that." And the guy sat next to me, his reg was leaking. His regulator was like, pfft. I'm like, you know, you've got a leak in your regulator. Yeah, I know. So their equipment was shonky and knackered, but they were kind of crazy. There and you're like, oh. Yeah, they're these crazy. If you ever go to I think it was Tenerife, because I've been to Tenerife and I've been to the other one. On the beach, there's a diving school, and it's basically a giant. The building is basically an enormous concrete fish.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it's Playa del Inglés or if it might have been. Is there a Puerto Rico but in Gran Canaria? Yeah.
I don't know, mate. I've not been to that. The only one I've been to is Palma Nova. Yeah, on Mallorca.
Anyway, one of the Canary Islands, on the beach, there's a giant concrete fish, which is actually the building for this dive place. They're really nice guys. Anyway, so we went diving on the second day. The first day was just, getting used to using the equipment and moving around. And I managed to go under. There's like about 10 of us. We went down, pootled around a bit, and when I came up, I was somehow with a completely different group of people. from a different dive school. I just wandered off and not even realised. I was at the other
That
end
can
of the
only
beach. I'm
happen
like,
to
"Hello,
you, can't it?
where's my guys? You're not Dutch."
Gold.
But the second day we went down, they said, right, now we'll go a bit further out now where there's actually wildlife and stuff, because we just stayed in the beachy area. So we went down, and basically it was an area where there were loads of rays, not stingrays, not manta rays, but like a different kind of rays.
Yeah.
I think butterfly rays and stuff. So all I remember is, like, I basically rolled off the rib. I remember to inflate the vest this time. I rolled off the rib, managed to equalise the balance in my ears because I had some problems with that. And I looked down, and all I saw was like about 10. They must have been about 6 foot across, these things, from side to side. Rays just coming straight up towards me, because they'd obviously lift off the bottom and just gone vertically straight up. And I'm like, because of course this is the first wildlife I've seen, and in my brain I know it's just a harmless ray of some sort, like a butterfly ray or something.
Yeah.
But in my animal part of my brain, it's like monsters that want to eat my face. They're all coming towards me. It's like the flying things out of Gears of War. So I may have almost spat my regulator out a bit, and then realised
you go into full-blown panic mode. It's like, I'm out of here.
Well, it was just more the sudden shock of like a whole mess of big, enormous creatures coming towards you at great speed. Anyway, after a brief millisecond, I realised it was the most awesome thing I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
And went down to the bottom, and then I was pootling around down there, and it was amazing because it was crystal clear water and you could see. I was mostly trying to figure out my buoyancy and not just like trundle along the seafloor like a piece of kelp. I didn't quite master that. I was basically just bumbling along, kicking up dust everywhere. I probably pissed everybody off. And then there was an eel, like what's that eel that like bites onto you and won't let go? Is it like a
it's not electric conger eel?
Is it a conger? The one that kind of goes dink, and if you get it on you, you're screwed. You have to cut the head off.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, something like that.
But the guy from the dive school said, "Now don't go near it. We will, and we'll feed it and we'll tickle it, but you can't." He said it's so used to divers, it's kind of almost tame, but we can't promise you it won't actually bite you. So don't. So they went up and they were tickling it under the chin and feeding it and stuff. But they gave us these little bags of stuff to feed. So I got this little bag of chummy stuff out, and I was surrounded by rays of all different sizes. It was amazing. And then another nearly spitting the regulator out moment was, I'm just sat there, I'm at the bottom, I've fed the rays, I've run out of food now, so the rays are all dispersed a bit. And I'm just kind of down at the bottom resting, trying to figure out my buoyancy again before I carve a dredge line in the sand with my ass. And like literally about a foot in front of me, the sand just goes like that. And this I think it was a butterfly ray that must have been about 9 or 10 foot across.
Yeah.
So you can imagine how big it was. Just went woof out from under the sand and up vertical. And I'm like, I didn't see it because it was under a couple of millimeters of sand.
Yeah.
And it literally just burst out from the sand in front of me, and I was like, wow, that thing was as big as a house.
Nature's wonderful though, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, so much going on in the ocean, mate.
But the weird thing was, the one thing I was really curious about before we even went diving was what it sounds like down there.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I was like, what's it? I knew I'd see some cool wildlife, but I was like, what does it sound like? And I couldn't comprehend
always wanted to go out in one of those big deep sea diving submarine things, and
oh yeah,
you know what they used to go down to the Titanic wreck and go down that really deep trench that James Cameron went down and just have a looky-loo,
Challenger deep. Do you not watch? Are you subscribed to the Nautilus channel?
No.
I'll send you the link later. It's part of the Woods Hole Oceanic Institute.
Oh right.
The Nautilus is the research and exploration vessel.
Yeah.
And they do loads of dives every year. They do research around Monterey Bay and stuff where they're based.
Yeah.
They do lots of research and mapping and wildlife studies, but they also do lots of work for like petrochemical industries and stuff. So they do mapping and stuff like that. But they have the Nautilus Research Vessel, and they have two ROVs, Argo and Hercules. And what they do is they go down. They might be mapping the seafloor. They might be looking for thermal vents. They might be looking for They might be going to study a whale fall or looking at octopus gardens. They do a load of
Yes.
different things, mapping seamounts, but they live stream it constantly,
All right, yeah.
like literally 24/7. If they go on a mission for like 6 days, it's streamed from the moment they leave port to the moment they get back.
Oh, cool.
So what you do is, for the first few hours, it's of course you just see shots around the boat, and there's no one talking. But when they actually launch the Hurricane Argo, they basically they have 3 cameras. One is of the control room, one is from Hercules, and one is from Argo. And you can watch whichever one you want. 3 different like streams, but they have constant commentary because the people controlling them are actually talking amongst each other, but they're also talking out to the audience. And what you can do is you watch it on their channel, on the YouTube channel, and they're awesome because they're usually quite funny. Some of the pilots, the ROV pilots, are hilarious.
Yeah.
They talk about what they're doing. They're talking to the audience, and you can actually have sometimes if they do a dive, there's like a chat function on their own website.
Oh, right, yeah.
So you can actually interact with the people in not on every dive, but you can interact with the people and ask questions and stuff. But it's amazing because it's like the most relaxing thing ever. Because they'll be like bobbing around on the seafloor, they'll be exploring seamounts, they'll be looking at the wildlife, they'll be taking samples and things, and it's just, you look at the stream and it's like runtime 200 hours. Wow. So what I'll sometimes do is when it's the season and they're like through the summer they do all dives, I'll turn the Xbox on and play a game, but I'll have one of their streams going, listening to the commentary as they're diving, and they're great.
I'll have to have a look at that.
Yeah, I'll send you a link. There's some other places that do it. There's some other research vessels that do the dives, but they're not as funny or as endearing as the Nautilus ones, because the Nautilus guys, they're quite charming and they can be quite light-hearted sometimes.
Yeah.
But all the other ones I've seen are quite serious and boring. So
Yeah, I love watching that sort of stuff, mate.
yeah.
Mother Nature's a truly wondrous thing.
But one year they found an octopus garden, and there was like thousands and thousands and thousands of octopus in this octopus garden. Just all like, it was all females like curled up and protecting their eggs and stuff. It was amazing. Millions of octopus. And at one point they were trying to place a probe into the ground to get a temperature reading, and this octopus just kind of reached out and grabbed the probe, and then just kind of like climbed up the probe onto what they call the front porch of the ROV, which is where all the bits and experiment equipment are stacked, waiting to be used. And it just kind of sat there. So they had to like lift off and take off and fly to a different part of the seafloor, and it just went with them. It just
bloody
they
hell.
were having these conversations with it as it was clinging onto the front of the ROV as they were travelling miles around on the seafloor. And at one point, by the end of the mission, they were surfacing, going back up to the surface again. They were like, "I really hope he lets go because you don't want to harm it. We can't get it out. We can't get it off." But in the end, it let go. When the pressure became too low, it let go and drifted off. And they were all like, "Bye."
Oh.
But every time they got one of the arms out to deploy a probe, it would fight the arm and like try and grab it. And they're like, "Stop it! We're trying to do work here. Stop interfering."
Sarah Jane says, been underwater and seeing orcas swim past. Incredible. Amazing things. Yeah.
Wow. I said, all we saw was that eel and basically rays. There weren't many fish, actually, weirdly. But that was a weird thing. My big curious question before I did it was, what will it sound like? And oddly, the one thing I can't remember is what it
sounded like. Yeah.
Yeah. Because my only experience was like dicking your head under the water in the bath.
Yeah.
I want to know what it sounds like down there. Let's have a look. Where are we?
Yep.
Panzer says, that explains the next door's dog. If I'm trying to bite me, it's trying its luck on my leg. Okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Spartan Overwatch says, you think tarantulas are bad, you forgot Sydney's funnel web. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, funnel web spider. Yeah.
Yep. Sarah Jane also says about orcas, she's been swimming with orcas and flipping heck, they move fast.
Yeah.
Max says, I lived in Australia for 15 years. I've since learned there are 500 different types of poisonous shellfish. When it comes to Australia, you don't need to put a number in there to qualify. You just say all.
Yeah, everything that isn't human, well, that's not applicable really, is it? Anything can kill you in Australia.
Yeah. If to the question, In Australia, how many of whatever are dangerous? Just say all.
All of them, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look, grass. Don't touch it. It's death grass.
Well, they got that little blue ring octopus, haven't they, in the sea? And it looks at you and it just goes, F off. It may look small, but it will come and get you. It's like, yeah, man-o'-wars and flesh-eating whatevers, yeah.
Angus says, you don't see funnel webs that often. That's the problem. You don't see them. And no one's stupid enough to keep one. Try linguine instead, Fox. You'll never look back, says Mac. Ooh. Twisted Rail is disturbed that I've actually managed to finish something. I've finished 2 things so far today.
Yes, Eric, it is quite disturbing, mate, because it's like something has come over him badly, isn't it? You know, it's this new improved Fox.
I know. We do have indoor toilets. You don't find a long drop dunny full of spiders much anymore. Long drop dunny, I like that. You don't need to explain that name. You just didn't exactly know why it's called a long drop dunny.
We just know it. It's like, yeah.
You don't need to explain that name. Sarah Jane says, my dad was a PE instructor and teacher. Sorry, I'll say that again. My dad was a PE teacher and swimming instructor. My sister and me were experts before having school swimming classes. I never used to go to the swimming pool here where I live because I couldn't be bothered. I wasn't interested in swimming. It was exercise.
I have always enjoyed swimming. It was one of the first things I wanted to do, was learn to be able to swim and swim well, and that's what I did.
Well, I mean, I was never into like making an effort doing anything, so that was not for me. That.
Yeah.
But when we used to go on holiday to Pontins in Blackpool, every year Mum and Dad would book me in for swimming lessons.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, I don't mind. It might be all right. But the problem was there was also bizarrely in the refectory area of that particular Pontins, there was a gentleman that stood there and dispensed hot chocolate and Ovaltine. It wasn't a machine.
Yeah.
It was a man with a machine. He'd literally make the drink for you. So I'd drink those like a religious nut. Hot chocolate. And by the 3rd day of every week, every year, I'd have the raging hosepipe butt. And the raging trots. And therefore, obviously, I never finished learning how to swim, basically. Now, I don't know it's because I'm an idiot or because subconsciously I didn't want to learn how to swim. I don't know.
Yeah, subconsciously it was, this is my get out of jail free card.
Yeah. Angus suggests I make turkey balls or rissoles. Then I can either make a sandwich or a pasta sauce.
Oh,
I don't
good
want
shout.
to do cooking. Yeah, it's cooking now. I just want to heat something up. I can do pasta because you bang it in a pan and forget about it for 10 minutes. But
You know what it's going to be? It's going to be pot noodle.
no, haven't got any. Max says, moray eel, nasty wee things. Oh, yes. Frankie goes to Hobbywood's in. He says, good evening and Hobbywood hugs with an H for everyone, Fox and Colin.
Hello,
Welcome,
Frankie. How you doing, my friend?
Sarah Jane's got to go. Got to go and change her dressing. Thanks for coming in, Sarah Jane. Take care, my friend.
Take care, Sarah Jane.
Big hugs. Yes. Right, what are we talking about now? Did we ever get any bench and belly answers from anybody?
Yes, we did. We read some out, mate.
Did we? I don't know what day it is.
I think we did anyway. Unless that was me on the brunch.
Have I got you doubting yourself now?
You have, actually.
My work here is done.
You always get me doubting myself. You just sow that seed, don't you? And it's like, yeah, I've got him going now.
Did you turn the light off before you came out? Yeah. Yeah. Damn it.
Yeah.
Did you put the oven off? Yes.
Yeah.
Or maybe. Damn it. It's like the number of times like I'll get out of the car and come in the house, and 99% of the time nothing happens. But if at any point I think, did I lock the car door? There's no way I can't not go back outside.
Yeah, you got to go back out and check it. Amount of times when I used to drive that I'd think, did I close my garage door or did I just put the car in?
Yeah.
So you'd have to get back up and go over to check.
Or you think, did I actually close the window?
Yeah.
But the thing is, my brain hates me so much. Yeah. Like, it wouldn't matter if it was like, I get out of the car, open the front door, get in the hall and go, oh, wait, did I close my window? I'll go and check. No.
Yeah.
What happens is, it's only when I've come home and it's late at night, I get inside, make a brew, get ready for bed, get undressed, just about to go to bed. Did I lock the car door?
Yeah, that's it.
Because the moment you have that question, you can't ignore it.
No,
And
because
if
you
you
just
force
lay there
yourself
and
to, like-
obsess about it.
Yeah, you're like, oh. And then you just have to get dressed again and go back out. It's like, oh, for crying out loud, brain.
Yeah,
My brain.
and you sit there and you go, I hate my brain. I really hate my brain.
Frankie says, I'm fine, Colin. I'm off next week.
Oh, good man, mate.
Ooh, week off. Woo!
Yeah, you need it,
Time
mate.
to
You've got to
sit-
recharge your batteries, buddy.
Time to sit back, eat crap, and play video games. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you need a breather, Frankie, don't you, mate?
Candygram says, I grew up near lots of lakes. Swimming was just something we did at the time as kids. I grew up in suburbia. We had a paddling pool, and that was it.
Yeah. Yeah, nearest we got to that was a rather large puddle that the bus was about to go through.
Oh, yeah. No, I was always a lazy kid anyway. I didn't want to do exercise, and I just saw swimming as exercise. I was like, why would I want to do that? When I can be sitting at home playing with toys or whatever, or drawing. As I got older and, in later life, I was like, you know what, actually swimming's quite good fun.
Yeah.
Even though I couldn't swim, but I'd.
Yeah, my wife's like that. She's one of them people that can get into a swimming pool and just immediately sinks to the bottom. Got no buoyancy whatsoever.
Well, I never had any interest in it, but then going to Tenerife and Gran Canaria a couple of times, because I'd never been abroad. Well, I've been abroad once to France, but I'd never been abroad, so I went to Gran Canaria one year in Tenerife with some mates, big group of mates. And of course, that's all swimming pools and water parks. So I'm like, you know what, actually, it's kind of good fun. Also, I was an adult by that point, and there's women in swimsuits, so I'm like, it's not bad, this.
Yeah.
So there were other reasons. But I never did learn to swim. One of my friends tried to give me a couple of lessons, and I could probably, splash about a bit and not drown. But I couldn't do a length. I could barely do a width. Never mind a length.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I find it good for when I do me hydrotherapy for me back, but yeah. I just find it relaxing.
I mean, if
I
I was rich,
go on.
I was gonna say, if I was rich and I had a big house, I'd definitely have a big swimming pool because I'd float around in it all day. It's great fun. It's relaxing just to float about in a swimming pool. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't want to swim because it's like jogging. Why would I want to jog? It's just
On one of them floaty airbeds with a model kit on it.
Yeah. I'd enjoy being in a swimming pool chilling out, but I wouldn't want to be swimming because swimming is just exercise, and exercise is just rubbish. Frankie says, yes, I need a break, but no time for it. We're going back to the flooded area and tiny house we built for a family. We need to prep the tiny house for the winter season. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I think you was in a part of Germany that was flooded, didn't you, mate?
Yeah.
I hope everything works out for you, Frankie, mate, because
big hugs,
you are a legend.
Can't imagine what's going on with that.
Frankie's one of those people that's been around supporting us since year dot, and
oh yeah,
we've got a lot of time for Frankie.
Isn't it Frankie that only a couple of years ago sorted out his cellar and stuff into his workroom?
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, with the white walls and putting all the shelves and stuff in. I remember.
Yeah.
So that's going to be all knackered now, isn't it? That's not good.
Yeah. Yeah, gotta love Frankie.
All right. Oh, you can't not help, but Frankie's a ledge.
Certainly is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have been blessed, haven't we, really, with the supporters over the years, because they're a good crowd.
Oh, yeah. On an internet made mostly of chuds, we've actually managed to get almost no chuds. On a streaming service, on a video service like YouTube, where 99.9% of comments on videos are just horrible.
Yeah.
And the commenting community can be utterly toxic. We've managed to pretty much avoid all that.
Yeah, we've not done too bad. You know, we do get the, how can we say, occasional haters, but that's one of those.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't care.
No. Absolutely, mate.
If you show me, one hater and like 1,000 not haters, I'll be like, why would I spend any time thinking about the person that hates me when I can think about the people that do not hate me? There you go. I'll put my attention where it's most needed.
Absolutely. My missus often says it's people that are jealous because you're liked. That's it. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, balls. Balls?
She's amazed that we all do YouTube, She said it's so toxic.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but I tell you what. Don't care. Yeah, YouTube might be toxic, but at least it's not Twitch. Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Not
streamed
only-
to Twitch once. It was like, yeah, I won't be doing that again.
Like, not only do I not understand anything that happens in chat because none of it makes any sense. It's like I don't. What's bit? I don't know. I'm too old. Just go away, young pig. Get off my lawn. Not only do I not understand what the hell's going on with chat, it's just made of toxic. I finished 3 dudes now. I'm 4 today. I broke my record
You're
log.
good.
They are pox walkers though. They do take.
This is the new improved Fox, isn't it?
Yep. See, there you go. Look.
4 dudes, mate. I am proud.
1, 2, 3, 4. Das ist richtig.
It's the medication. That's got to be what it is.
Could be. Could be.
You are
Leon's
proud,
car
aren't
says-
you?
I'm tired. I'm not proud. Eon's car says, yeah, Twitch is quite toxic. Candygram says, getting subscribers who like your content is awesome. Getting subscribers who don't like your content and then allow you to live free in their head is next level brilliance.
Yeah. That's a good
Or rather-
analogy, that.
Yeah, or getting subscribers that don't like your content but watch it and therefore earn you money is fantastic. When the people that don't like you actually help you make money, it's great.
Oh, yeah, I did go through a stage. I used to point that out to them. I said, you do realise you've given up 10 minutes of your life, electric, etc., a view, a stat, and you've got me paid for the advert just to say you don't like my video. Thank you very much.
It's basically you've spent 10 minutes getting yourself angry, right, and you've just made me money. Brilliant. Thanks a
Yeah,
lot.
I've got paid for their anger.
I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have a big Trump coming. It might not be big. Hang on, you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, that was rubbish. It was a blip. Never mind. It was rubbish.
Dare I say it, a bit of a lady puff, mate.
Oh, hello. Oh, morning, Vicar G. Wow.
Oh,
It's always the little ones you go. Oh.
Oh,
It's the little ones you go. Oh.
you're struggling, aren't you?
Something's died up there. Oh. Oh, something crawled up there and died.
You take your punishment, mate.
It's always the little ones that have the worst effects. I'd hate that. Like you do a real window rattler, it never smells, but you do a little tiny pop.
Oh, yeah. Are your eyes burning?
That'll leave a mark. Spartan Overwatch says a comment, and I can't read any of the words at all. There's no words in his comment at all.
He has completed 4 dudes, 3 of which was only gluing 2 parts of the model and the base.
No, like I said, you can't read any of those words. There's just no words in that comment at all. It's weird. It's like a completely blank. I didn't even know you could do completely blank comments.
Oh, I'm impressed. For Fox, mate, believe you me, Spartan, that's hard graft. That's hardcore building, that is, mate.
I've built like 6 poxwalkers in one stream once. So 3's not great. But I did build, a Space Marine as well.
3 is better than none, isn't it? Let's be honest.
3 is the magic number.
And the key is, have you had fun?
Yes.
There you go.
I'm just nipping, hang on.
Sorry?
I'm just nipping me bits off.
Oh dear. Well, nearest, don't go nipping too many bits off, mate, because
Steady now. You might need them later.
yeah, you don't want to go missing your bits.
La 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 la. D20 is what I want. D20, roll for initiative. Where's
Dun,
D20?
dun, 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 dun.
Ba, 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 down. There we go. Got to make 3 of these.
Over there.
D20. Fox has completed 100% more minis than I have in the last few hours, so I'm saying nothing. Says
Ah. How are you, Jeff? You been all right, mate?
What madness is this? Fox on his own stream? Heresy, says Bobbins. Hey, Bobbins.
Yeah.
The natural order of things has been disturbed.
I know.
I don't know if anybody can really actually handle. There's that dog from next door but one, barking like a dick.
Must seem strange for you doing a Sunday stream again, because it's been a while, isn't it?
It's nice to be back in the saddle.
Yeah.
it's just a shame knowing that it's not something I can say exactly that I'll be doing every week for a while. Because
I know that, you know that, but hey, you know, it's
yeah.
for me, you know, it's giving you a distraction at this moment in time.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Because your mind is going to be so preoccupied when Mum comes home.
Oh yeah.
That at the moment, you know, your mum's in hospital, she's in good hands, and this is a good way for you to just divert your mind and have a bit of Fox time for a couple of weeks, isn't it, at the end of the day, just to recharge your own batteries, because, you know, you've been through it, mate, at the end of the day.
Yeah, at the end of I mean, ultimately, it's just a case of, you know, I can do this now because she is in hospital right now, so
Yeah.
once she comes back, of course, I'm not going to be able to commit, like if anybody wasn't here at the start, I'm not going to be able to commit to sitting at the bench for 2 or 3 hours consistently.
So I don't mind doing it, you know that. Not a problem.
There you go.
Hey, that was better.
That's better.
I thought there was more in you.
Seeing as I can't guarantee I'll be able to do a stream every week or be on a stream, I may as well give a trump just for fun. Oh
yeah, you're reaping the benefit.
What the hell have I eaten? What in the name of Satan's arse have I been eating? I don't even remember what did I have for dinner last night. I can't even remember. Oh,
it was something spicy, wasn't it? You said you had that?
No.
Oh no, I had the spicy chicken wings, didn't I?
What did I have for dinner last night? I can't remember. Oh, I had Cornish pasties, chips, and a tin of Heinz cheesy tube, macaroni cheese. So yeah, that doesn't make that smell. Something else has gone in that I didn't know about.
Yeah, that dead rat, mate. You still haven't expelled it.
I've eaten something ropey in my sleep, I think. For a second, though, I thought Dad was on the stream, says Panzer. No, that doesn't even begin to compare.
Oh, that day when he thought he had muted his microphone and he hadn't.
The funny thing is, right now, at the moment, I've got like an orthopedic cushion on my chair.
Yeah.
Because the cushion that I normally sat on was a normal cushion, but it's got all flat and squishy. So I've got an orthopedic one, which is kind of plasticky, which means it's great for trumps because it's like trumping on a plastic sheet.
Yeah, but they make you sweat in places that Colesberg can't reach, don't they?
Well, yeah. I mean, I've got a towel over it as well just to avoid that. So
yeah.
But it does help with the amplifications and slappitiness of the sound. Let's have a look. Right, here we go. I'll do Frankie's question in a minute. I'll read the other ones out first because it's a question for you. Spartan says, Fox and Colin, you should try and build a unit of the new Necron flayed ones. I'm not really into Necrons.
What are they?
They're like you remember that robot Terminator dude you put on the base of your bomber? On the base of that thing? That's a Necron.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Max says, just in case you guys don't know how I got to be involved in the community, I had a heart attack nearly 3 years ago. You made my sad days at home a much happier experience. Thank you.
Oh, bless you, mate.
Well, then we're doing our job correctly.
Absolutely. Sorry to hear that, mate. And I hope that, you know, we are bringing you a bit of happiness, mate.
Yeah. Well, I think we probably are. Otherwise, you wouldn't have kept coming back. That's a good
it's
sign,
the thing we found with lockdown, wasn't it? Because me and you have been housebound for a good few years anyway. When other people got in the same position, we kind of knew that they would struggle. So that's why we've done so much live stuff, innit? To try to be there for people that perhaps aren't used to being home all day.
Well, that's the thing, because I mean, you're medically housebound, and I'm lazy and a socially awkward penguin. So by choice, I'm housebound because I don't want to go outside where the Great Unwashed Public is. It's rubbish.
Yeah.
So we're used to it. So lockdown for me and Mama Foxx was, Mama Foxx doesn't go anywhere because she's, a million years old. Yeah. So it's like, aside from the occasional trip to the garden centre or Tesco's for a big breakfast, lockdown meant nothing to me and Mum. We just bought more stuff online for shopping. That's it. So it's fine. But yeah, so like you say, if we can make things a bit better. What are you doing?
I'm filing.
Oh, I wonder what that noise was. Yeah, if we can make things easier for people who aren't used to being housebound, then, hey.
But this is the thing. I mean, we know what it's like. You get a bit of cabin fever, don't you? Because you're in all day. But, yeah.
So, yes. I don't know. We might do some Necrons at some point. But Cole's into his orcs, and I'm into my everything else.
Yeah, it's that sort of... I mean, I still like to say that I think the painting thing is going to surprise both of us. I think people are going to quite enjoy that.
I mean, we will start with vehicles and stuff and bigger things
Yes,
first, just for the
yeah.
for the ease of filming. But we'll see how it goes. It might be that we try some figures, but it'll
Yeah,
be less fun to watch.
absolutely.
But like I said, if people watch that, it won't be to watch what we're doing. It'll be just to listen to what nonsense we're talking. Anyway, there was a question for you.
All right, yeah.
Frankie Goes Toberwood asks, Colin, are you going to 3D print parts for the Orc wagon? I don't think you need to bother answering that.
Well, the one I'm building, yeah, I am actually, mate.
Yeah, it's kind of obvious.
I'm going to do a trailer for it, pulling a squig pult.
Pulling a what?
Squig pult.
What's
A
squig pole?
catapult with a squig in it.
Oh, I thought you said squig pole. A squig pult.
No, squig pult.
Squig. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
like the
you
sound
know,
of
so
that.
it's going to be... Sorry, go on.
Are you going to cobble together some medieval-looking wooden catapult kind of...
Yeah.
Oh. I think not. You shouldn't call it a squig. It's more like a trebuchet, so it'd be a squiguchet.
Yeah, exactly.
Make
So
like a big
you get
wooden-
what I mean, don't you? Yeah, with a squig in it and it'll... Yeah.
Yeah, just look up trebuchet and online, and that's exactly what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, pew, squig.
Yeah, it's got an appeal to it. So yes, in answer to your question, Frankie, there will be something 3D printed for this because you know me, I can't build it straight out of the box. I mean,
No.
the thing with me and Warhammer is everything that comes in the box has to go on the model because someone who will remain nameless
Dad.
basically said that with my Baneblade. You've got to put everything in the box on the Baneblade. So it's kind of started a trend, really, isn't it?
Yeah, seems reasonable. But the good thing
yeah.
with that good thing with that battle wagon is though, it looks like you've already been at it anyway.
Yeah.
But it's got even more potential for your kind of festerization than some of because it's all big flat platforms. There's so much you could add to that.
Yeah, it's just one of them, you know. Yeah,
Well,
it
you know
needs to be drawing something, doesn't it?
You know I'm going to do it, don't you? You know what you could do. There's always that bit when I say, you know what you could do. You know, like you get. No. You know, like you get like motorhomes.
Yeah.
Like big Winnebago type things, and sometimes on the back they have a little rack where there's like hanging off the back. There's like a little smart car.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever see one of the really big ones where instead of a bike on the back, they have a smart car just
Yeah,
mounted up on
towing
the back.
along
Not towing, but literally lifted up off the ground, hanging off the back of the off the back of the You could do that, but with one of the Orc vehicles.
Yeah.
So
hanging
like
off the back.
like one of the Rucker Truck Squig Buggy or something. Have it like mounted on a rack so that as they're driving along, they can lower it down and the thing just drives off.
Yeah. Good
You know what I mean, don't you?
Yeah,
Like
I know
hung
what
up
you mean.
on the side. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. You do realise you're doing it to me again, aren't you?
I've done the dude again, look.
I know. I'm mightily impressed, mate.
Did it. I'm so good.
I am really mightily impressed.
You are mightily impressed. D19 and D20. Again, I've got to build 2 more of those.
But yeah, it can have some kind of platform, can't it?
Why have I still got a Space Marine body? What?
Yeah, it's going to look quite naked, isn't it, on its own?
Yeah. Somehow I've still got a Space Marine body available. That's weird. That's a little strange. I don't quite understand.
Yeah, it's got to have something. It's got to be towing along something.
Oh no. Oh no, ignore me. It's a spare part. I think it's a spare. I don't know. It is. Which one is it? It's that one. Pointy feet. No,
I'd just love to spend a day with the people that create these, just to get into their designed concept mind.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is, all that Orc stuff is really old. That new some of the sets that have come out in the last few months, that's like the first stuff that's been out in like 20 years.
Yeah, surprised me because I always thought this stuff was all relatively new, but
no. Like the new Orc Commandos and the sets that have come out basically since New Year, that's pretty much all there has actually been. Apart from those vehicles, the Squig Buggy and stuff that came out a couple of years ago, that's kind of all there's been in 20 years.
I mean,
Orcs were
surprising,
really
isn't
kind
it?
of They're really kind of, a lot of people complained for a long time. It's like, we need more orc stuff. It's all old and mostly terrible. Like the orc Death Copter is like one of the most hated models, Warhammer models.
Oh, really? Because it's really,
it's
really bad.
It's just kind of really old and a bit rum. It's like regularly voted as like one of the worst models in the world. They've updated. They've got a new one now. So.
And I don't think I've done
nothing
bad
wrong
today.
with it. Huh?
Because I've still got loads of sprues with loads of stuff still left on them. So
yeah,
normally that would all be empty. So I ain't done bad.
That's the beauty of Orc. That's the beauty of Orc. All the spare stuff you end up with.
Oh, bloody hell, yeah.
Spare stuff. I do like the fact they give you a base size thing in the instructions for this. That's really good. Because I wouldn't know a 25 from a I wouldn't know a 25 from a 40mm base if you kicked me up the arse. So.
Yeah, a lot of the bases I tend to just run off the printer. But if you want, you know, if you need bases with texture or whatever, you only got to say, and I'll just print them out of resin for you and ship them up.
No, I mean they give you all the base in the kit, but normally you don't say. It just says in the instructions 25mm base. I'm like, well, which one of that of all these bases?
Yeah, they give you a sizing guide in a bit like Tamiya do with brakes and screws and that. I love that about Tamiya kits.
It's only recently they've started doing that. So it's like, you know, you'd be like, hang on, I've got 10 dudes. One needs a 40mm base, one needs a 50mm base, and one needs a. Hang on, which base is which now? God damn it! What are you having for your dinner?
Me, it'd be Sunday roast. I won't have that till about midnight, mate.
Oh, Sunday roast. Oh,
yeah, I tend to be permanently stuck on a night shift at the moment.
What you do?
But it works for me though.
Oh yeah.
To be honest with you, I do a lot of me filming and me voiceovers at night because you haven't got people running around outside, have you? You know what I mean?
No.
Nice and quiet, but.
Got to say though, the downside of being a lazy bugger that really can't be bothered cooking and actually hating the process of cooking is that when I feed myself, it's not anything interesting. I'd love a Sunday roast, but there's no way I'm actually going to ever sit down and make one. Because seriously, cooking's rubbish.
Frankie Goes to Hobbywood says, yeah, I know you, Colin. Absolutely, mate. Yes, the 3D printer, I'll use the resin printer for it because it gives a nice, better quality. But yeah, there's going to be quite a few bits and pieces, I think, that I can print out, mate. Spartan says, Colin, grab the Auger Iron Blaster scrap launcher for the trailer on your Orc buggy. Oh, that's a good idea. Candygram says there's an STL file out there of the Trebuchet from the Age of Empires computer game that looks really nice. Oh, could you pop me over a link, Jeff? If you can, mate. I'm definitely interested.
Yeah, if you just do a Google search for Trebuchet, you'll see what I mean.
Edward Leonard says, sorry guys, was lurking because I was feeling a bit ropey this morning. Oh, mate.
Squishy hugs.
I hope you're all right, Edward. Are you, is that demons ropey, mate? Because we are about if you need to vent, fella.
Hopefully it gets better for you, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Soon.
I mean, you know, I got back into this hobby in answer to Mac on about his art. You know, I got fully back into this when I had artificial joints in my neck done, and I had to wear a halo for a while, and it was Tony that got me into it over at Elgin 35. And the wife, I was getting on her nerves because I was moping, and got back into the hobby. And then as my MS got the worst of me, it become more of a living. This is my livelihood now. I fund the hobby from patron support. I've got some affiliations with Goblin and things, and I do e-models builds, and so yeah, it has become my livelihood. You don't make masses of amount of money, don't get me wrong, but you know, enough comes in to help pay for me StreamYard, me Zoom, and you know, a few bottles of paint a month. I'm happy with that.
Well, it's the same for me, isn't it? I mean, I do this for my living. You know, this channel is my sole source of income, apart from selling stuff that I build. Purely because it's cool, so I don't have to work in an office. But also, if it wasn't for people supporting me in this channel, I wouldn't be able to be at home all day looking after Mama Foxx.
Yeah.
If I was going out to work every day, then life would have been really tough over the last few years for me and Mum. So the fact that I can do this, and again, like you say, you don't make a great living off it, and it's not right at the moment. But it just means that I'm here all day, so we don't have to worry about Mum, getting into trouble or anything because I'm here. So it makes life a lot easier. So I'll always be massively grateful to my patrons and stuff.
Oh yeah, couldn't do it without you. Really couldn't.
No.
Dan Kramer says me's are back. He said belly update from lunch. His wife made cheesy hamburger mac, ground beef, shredded cheddar and Mexican style cheeses, Italian spices, onion garlic and shelled pasta.
Ooh.
He said it was delicious and there's lots of leftovers.
Good, send them to me.
Road trip.
Yeah,
Candygram says now this is a food report. It is, mate. That is full quality ingredients there, mate. Yeah. I am mightily impressed.
This is meeting all the criteria of bench and belly, but because it doesn't include any bench nonsense and it tells us everything we need to know about belly.
Oh, absolutely. I'm mightily impressed with that.
Mm-hmm. Just very quickly, of course, as we were talking about money and stuff, it's my job to obviously keep myself paid. So if you would like to support this channel, you can do it in one of several ways. You can, first of all, if you wish to, you can do a super chat, which you can just put a super chat in the chat. You're entirely free if you want to do that. You don't have to, but you can. If you want to support the channel directly, though, you can become a channel member by clicking the join button that's underneath any of my videos. There's a couple of tiers. You do get access to some exclusive content. There's not a great deal at the minute, but I'm hoping in the future when things get back to normal to do more member and patron exclusive stuff. But you'll be supporting the channel directly and putting food on my table. That'd be great. Or if you don't want to be a YouTube channel member, because YouTube do take a cut, you can become a Patreon over at patreon.com/modelmakingguru, and you can again directly support me. And like I say, it literally helps put food on the table. It keeps me here doing this every day and not having to go out and work in a job, which means leaving Mama Foxx on her own, which is not going to happen. So massive thank you to all my patrons. So you can become a patron or a member, or you can just do a super chat if you want. But thank you very much for your support. And same for Colin, of course. He's got his own Patreon.
Absolutely, mate. Patreon.com, Festa67's workshop. Or like Fox, you can click the join button on my channel, Festa67's workshop. YouTube Festa67's workshop, sorry. All the links are available on my website, which is Festa67'sworkshop.com.
I was about to say, if you'd like to support Colin's channel, press the join button on my channel.
Good man.
That wouldn't work though, would it?
Nice try though. I'll give you 10 out of 10 for that one.
It's like when Ted says, if you like this video, click the like button. If you didn't like it, click the dislike button twice.
Yeah. But yeah. Anything is greatly and massively appreciated.
Yeah. I mean, it's been difficult this last, almost 2 years now. Because of course people are struggling financially anyway. So my patron's gone down. And I'm not angry about that. People can't afford it, and they can't afford it. It's not a priority. But also, I've not been able to go out. I've not been able to leave the house and post stuff because we've been shielding Mama Foxx. The difficulty there is, of course, I can't sell anything.
Yeah.
So I literally haven't done anything that I can sell because I've not been able to sell it anyway.
Yeah.
So I sell a model that could be a good 200 or 300 quid. That'd be nice. That's nice. Once a month. Once every couple of months. That's a good income. But I've not been able to do any of that. So struggled a bit. Is your printer doing something?
No. Why?
I can hear little, really quiet little noises. Are there kids outside or something?
Oh yeah, there are kids outside, mate.
Oh, okay, that's what I can hear then. It's like really tiny, faint noise. I'm like, either somebody's playing guitar with that.
We've got some chavvy kid that seems to think shouting is great when the person's right next to them.
All right. I thought it sounds like somebody playing a guitar without actually strumming the strings, but just doing the fretboard.
Yeah, they're just
that scrapey noise.
Yeah, just coming through from the green over the way there.
Ah,
So,
chavs, love them or hate them, you can't shoot them.
Oh yeah, it's like, yeah, they stood right next to you. Why are you shouting the whole neighbourhood down? But
I finished another dude.
oh, you haven't.
I have.
I'm gonna fall over in a minute if you keep doing this.
I know. I'll do one more, and then I think we'll call it a show, because it's 6:15, you know.
I know.
Do you not need to go for a wee or anything?
No, I'm fine, mate. I am like an elephant. I go twice a day if I'm lucky.
Fine like an elephant. You piss once a day, but there's like 120 litres of it.
Yeah, we have to ring up the local water board, though, so I go around and quickly take up all the manhole covers down by the yeah.
Open the sluices.
Yeah, but no, I'm fine, mate.
Good. Well, I'll get this one dude done because I'm getting quite hungry now. So
yeah, no, I tend to do these, and then it's like, yeah, go and sit down for the night, watch the Formula One, MotoGP. Job done.
Well, I've still got about a season and a half of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to watch. So.
Oh, good man.
Because I've been sat around the last few days, and it's like I've not been able to do any like worky stuff, but I've been like, I want something to do, and there's nothing I can watch. Of an evening, if I'm tired and I can't work of an evening, I like to just sit down and have something to eat and watch something.
Yeah, watch something.
There's nothing I can watch. I've watched all the documentaries in the world. There's nothing to watch, and then I was like, oh, hang on, I've still got 2 seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to go yet.
Not been a lot on though, is there?
No. It's like I've watched, you know, I've been through House 3 times.
I like House.
I could go and watch
brilliant.
Elementary again, I suppose. I've not watched Elementary more than once.
Yeah, his obsession with Cuddy is quite funny.
House is great. I've been through Clone Wars twice. I've been through Rebels twice. I've watched all the Marvel stuff, all of it.
Oh, right, yeah, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, well, all the movies and everything else. I tried watching WandaVision, but I couldn't get past the first episode. I'm like, nah, I can't watch that. Nonsense.
Was it Gaga, was it?
No, I just have a deep, abiding and inexplicable loathing of 1950s era sitcoms.
Oh, right,
So
yeah.
even though I know it's a spoof of that style, and even though I know it's not all the way through the whole, I can't watch it even for more than a minute. Like,
Yeah.
if you put me in front of a TV showing something like The Beverly Hillbillies or I Love Lucy or anything from that era, like The Munsters, I just get uncontrollably angry and I have to leave the room. I don't know why. And it just triggers me, and I'm just like, I just want to go and, like, you know, drop pianos on kittens and stuff. I don't know what it is. It's inexplicably fury-inducing. Anything like that. I don't know why. No idea.
But it just gets under your skin, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I know that isn't the whole series. The WandaVision series isn't all like that. But even just like the first 10 minutes of it, I'm like, I can't watch.
Yeah, can't be doing it.
I literally cannot watch because it's making me angry. Which is stupid because I know it changes. But so instead, I just had to go and read up the storyline so I knew what happened. Because I can't watch it. So I do like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. though. I'm enjoying that. I could watch Stargate again, but I've watched that 3 times now and all.
Yeah, I'm still ashamed to admit it. I'm still only on episode 5 of DS9, season 1.
God damn it.
I'm ashamed of myself, mate. I'm useless.
I know. I've watched all of DS9 like many, many times.
See, now, if you'd had the sense, you would have fined me a chicken and mushroom pot noodle and made me eat it on air, but you didn't. You lost your opportunity.
Oh, opportunities have been taken. Don't you worry about that.
But, you know, that one's passed now, never to be redeemed again.
Oh, don't you worry about that, young man. Don't you worry your pretty little head about such matters.
This is going to become a psychological battle now, isn't it? The pot noodle pot off.
Yeah, don't you even worry about that.
Ah, dear. Are you doing E-models tomorrow night, Fox? Do you know?
I don't know at this point.
Of course, yes, yeah, because you don't know what tomorrow brings, do you?
No, I don't actually have an idea of when Mama Foxx is coming home, so
Bless her.
at this point, I do not know. If she's not coming home tomorrow, and I know for sure, then
Yeah.
it's entirely possible I might do.
It's not bank holiday, is it, tomorrow? No.
No. Are you on tomorrow? I know.
Yeah, I should be all right to do tomorrow.
Ted's on, isn't he? When's Ted go away? Is that in a few weeks?
I think so, yeah, because it could potentially cause an issue, couldn't it? Because there's only going to be Chris, because I should be in hospital, won't I?
Yeah. Could be
I'm
interesting.
going to be, I think this Monday might be my last one. I think I go in the following Monday into the COVID bubble, so...
Yeah. Ooh,
yeah.
Excitement.
Exactly, mate. So yeah, they'll want me in a few days beforehand, just to...
Aye.
I'm not psyching myself up just in case it gets cancelled again. So
no, which, like I said to you the other day, it's best to assume it's going to get cancelled. Then when it doesn't, you'll be happy, and if it does, you won't be surprised.
Absolutely, mate.
I've lived my entire life assuming that whatever I'm doing is about to fail miserably or go wrong, and 90% of the time I'm pleasantly surprised. But it does mean that 10% when it does actually go wrong or fails miserably, I'm really twice as much pissed off. I'm like, I knew it. So there is a downside to assuming it's all going to go wrong.
Yeah, damn it. Why did I know that was going to happen?
Yeah. But like I said, 90% of the time you don't, and it works, and you're like, yes. Yeah. But just that one time, it just makes it even worse. What are we up to in chat? Festa is a cyborg. You may be hearing him. Okay, that's cool. I like that. The little noises. Spartan says, it's hard to keep awake after coming off the graveyard shift, so I'll call it night and try to get the sleeping pattern back to a more viable sleeping pattern. So take care, Spartan Overdrive. More Draco.
Yeah, you take care, my friend. Thanks for your company. Always nice to see you.
Yeah, thank you for coming. Dan Kramer says, have you watched Bad Batch yet? I watched it as it came out. I've got Disney Plus, so I've been watching that as it came out.
Look at you.
Also said, well, only because Paul bought it for me for a year. I'll be knackered when it finishes after a year because I can't afford it.
He's awesome. He is, Paul. Really is funny.
Dan also says that WandaVision is awesome, so I'll never know. To Fox and Colin, says Frankie, can you tell me the best way to support you? When I pay £5, I guess you will not get £5 because there are taxes and stuff. Do you know where you get the smallest minus?
The best way to support me is
Patreon.
a direct Patreonage, Frankie, or you can go on my website and you can do a donation direct to my automatic or private PayPal account.
Yep. I don't do the PayPal thing. I probably should do.
Yeah.
But for me, there's Patreon and YouTube. YouTube takes a bigger cut than Patreon. Patreon don't take a very big cut at all. So
yeah.
So for me, Patreon is the best option.
Yeah, you can do Patreon. You can do Buy Me a Coffee. I've got tiers on there where you can be monthly contributions. You can do the PayPal link on the YouTube channel and set up whatever you want to on there. There's a amount of ways. I mean, prime example, I did that night on YouTube, didn't I, where Super Chat went mad and YouTube took $330 of that money.
30% of YouTube's.
Yeah, so that was a big hit for me to lose, you know, and it was disappointing for people that had donated to try to help me out to know that YouTube had took $300. But anyone out there that wants to do it, sorry, go on.
I was going to say, at the end of the day, it's a big cut that YouTube takes, but it's still, for some people, it's a convenient way to do it, and it's still money that we wouldn't have had in the first place. So
absolutely,
we're not saying don't do super chats. It's still money that we didn't have in the first place. But
absolutely, but yeah, I've got a few people that do direct to me PayPal through my website, so you can set something up there, mate. There's multiple ways you can do it, and it is all massively appreciated because it helps fund the hobby.
Absolutely.
It helps us keep coming up and doing content, doesn't it, mate?
Absolutely. I mean, I don't do the PayPal thing, but I'd say Patreon for me is the best. Is the best because I get the donation to actual transfer amount on Patreon's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, all of it's like I said. Even though YouTube takes a big cut, it's still money I wouldn't have anyway.
Absolutely.
So but yeah, Patreon's a lot better for that.
Yeah.
And again, like I've just finished another dude, by the way.
Oh mate, I am so impressed with you.
As Colin said, it's incredibly gratefully appreciated because for both of us, it's our income.
It's whatever is easiest at the end of the day for the person donating. But if you're more interested in us getting the most out of it, then yeah, it's Patreon or direct PayPal wins all day long.
I would say me is Patreon. For Colin, just send him green pot noodles. The most effective way. Yeah. There you go. I think I'll leave it there for today. I think I've done enough for today, don't you? 7 dudes.
I am so proud of you, mate.
You are.
I really am, mate. 7 dudes. I'd never have thought it.
Frank Panzer says, go to the Facebook Boomhut page and find the GoFundMe post. Oh yeah, there is a GoFundMe on the Boomhut at the minute for me and Mum, Mama Foxx. But that's just a one-off thing. That's just, you know, if you want to donate to help out, because I'm obviously not making a lot of videos right now, so my income's down. There is a GoFundMe on there, which, you know, you're more than welcome to donate to. But if you want to support me, obviously, Colin's the same anyway, but as a regular support, obviously Patreon or YouTube channel memberships is good. But yeah, there is the GoFundMe on Facebook as well, but that's just you know, helping me out for the moment. What Frankie says, that's what I mean. If I pay you £5, I want you to pay £5. I want you to get £5. That's the difficult thing, though. If you know, unless you're giving the person the money directly, there's always going to be some sort of fee that comes out.
Yeah, there's always a tiny little commission, but like you say, Patreon and PayPal are the 2 cheapest, aren't they?
Yeah, well, PayPal's basically free, and Patreon is very low percentage. I like the idea of super chats, but it's criminal how much YouTube takes. The next time I super chat, I think I'll super chat $1 and add a message saying X dollars transferred via other method. Scaly Model says, buy me a coffee, doesn't take any fee.
Absolutely, mate. We've both got that. Buy me a coffee.
Yep. I haven't got that. No, I haven't got buy me a coffee. I haven't got that.
Yeah.
That's just like because things like buy me a coffee and the PayPal, that's your ad hoc, like, you know, I'll just drop you a £5 now kind of. It's like a tip jar,
no, you're wrong, mate, actually. Buy me a coffee, you can have multiple tiers, mate, because I've got it.
Oh, right, cool. I thought it was like a...
No. You can have...
Like
will you let me finish?
Go on, you finish.
No, it's identical to Patreon. You can mirror your patron tiers, mate.
Oh, cool. I thought it was like a... I thought it was like a...
No, you can do it as a one-off, or you can set up what is memberships, basically, a bit like YouTube channel memberships and that. And you set tiers up, and I've got it because Scale Model Muse has got a tier on there for me.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
And they charge you nothing, Frankie, so you can go in there and become members. I mean, in my case, I think it's £1, £5 and £10 tiers. I don't go for big 20 and 30 quid tiers because not that good. You know what I mean?
You should do anyway, because you never know.
Yeah, but I wouldn't know. I'd feel wrong doing that.
Yeah, but it's like I've said before, Cole. It's like I've said before. I'm gonna pull on my braces now and tighten my waistcoat. It's like I've said before about any of us. We all think our stuff is rubbish, but we don't know what people are getting from our stuff.
Yeah, I just think it's too much to ask, mate. I just really do. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's just me, innit?
Yeah, but it's impossible as the creator. You can't put the price on what people get from what you create.
I know where this is going now. I'm in trouble.
No. It's just like, you know, I could sit. My channel could be nothing but videos of me using half potato to print potato prints on paper, and that'd be like, that's rubbish. But somewhere somebody would think that's the best thing ever and would throw money at it because they would get a lot of enrichment from that and would want to give back. So no matter what content you make, there's always somebody who will find it valuable and really appreciate it.
Oh dear. I can feel I am going to get foxed. I know I am.
You are. So even if you're thinking to yourself, hey, I don't like to ask that, but my stuff's not that good, and somebody might really, really treasure your content and be willing to give you that much money. And
absolutely. Don't get me wrong. I know they're there, but I just don't think that I would be justified in setting that high level tier up. I don't know. It's just me, innit?
Ask.
That's me.
There are people out there with money. who are just find your content just as valuable and treasured as people without money. So there you go.
You've told me off, haven't you?
I have. There you go.
Yeah, it's Buy Me a Coffee. All the links to that, Frankie, if you're interested in the Buy Me a Coffees, just go to my website. Hit the tab that says support me and just scroll down and you'll see it on there, mate, and it will take you straight to it. And like I say, they charge me 0 commission. So Dan Kramer says, not heard of that one. Yeah, buymeacoffee.com it's called. And then just search for Festa 67's workshop.
Gaze into my large and expansive pink opening.
God, that just sounded so worrying then.
You see what you can see down there? Look, it's ribbed.
I know. I'm really worried.
Pleasure. Ribbed for my drinking pleasure.
Oh, bless you. You're bloody mad, you are. Right, then I suppose we should wrap up for the afternoon then. Been that it's 6:30.
Yes, I shall go and get some noms. We've gone over half an hour. That's awesome.
Over half an hour. So many thanks to every one of you that's took the time to come and join us both. So massive thank yous.
Nice to see you all again after many weeks away. I will do my best. I will do my best to stick in live streams now, but obviously it's going to be up and down. So you might not see me for another 6 weeks. You might see me tomorrow. I don't know.
At the end of the day, guys, if doing this on a Sunday is helping you out and keeping your figures on your channel going and your viewing hours going and your content, I'm more than happy to help a mate out. You know that.
Well, this is your show as well as mine, so you're contracted.
Oh, absolutely, but anyway, you know, it's all the time I can be. I mean, obviously we're going to have a couple of weekends. I'm going to be out the loop because of my surgery, but
yeah,
hey, we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it, mate.
Yeah, don't worry about that. I'll just loop. For those weeks, I'll just get Uncle Weavy going for 3 hours. There you go.
Do it.
We've always got Uncle Weavy as the backup.
You know you want to do it.
I do. I've done it twice, but yeah, I do want to do it.
Yeah, just loop it, mate.
There's always Uncle Weavy as a backup.
Yeah, my fish tank cam goes on. See, it's like, fish tank cam. Boom.
Yeah, there you go. Need to
Rightio, folks.
Uncle Weavy and fish tank. Yes, thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the join button, Patreon, all that kind of crap. And I may possibly see you tomorrow. I might not, but Colin and Ted and Chris will see you tomorrow on the eModels Monday show, 9 p.m. on eModels YouTube channel. But don't forget, of course, to check out Colin's channel, Festa 67's Workshop. Obviously, you're on my channel, so like and subscribe. And until next time, I'll let Colin press the buttons. But until next time, take care of yourself. Go make something awesome.
Adios, amigos.
No, I was waiting for you to say, go be awesome.
Go be awesome, then. Go be awesome.
Joke's died now.
Yeah, that went well, didn't it? Yeah. See you later, folks.
Take care, everyone.
Ta-ra.
Bye.